Oh, I need the audio on for you. Bow. There you go. You can hear now. You earned hearing privileges. What are you sighing about? I know what you're sighing about. We're playing Ace Attorney. Everything's okay. Right? Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. Today we're back with some more Ace Attorney investigations numero dos. Yippee! And we're on the tower, the singular tower. Who wants to jump off? Anyway, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Friday. It's Ace Attorney Friday. Yippee! And we're in the midst of episode numero cuatro. That's four for you English at home. If you don't remember what happened last time, I'll give you the best recap I got. Basically, K Faraday, our precious goat, fell off a building. Or was pushed off a building. He was like, ah! She lived again. I don't know how. But she lost her memory, so now she's an amnesia lady, and she's like completely different now, like different person. Like you wouldn't believe it if she didn't have a cute little Yatagarasu pin in her pocket. Anyway, we went to the building to figure out what the heck happened, and boom, there's a murder because it's Ace Attorney. Yes, the building is called Big Building 2Gs. They should have called it Thick Building 2Cs. Anyway. There was a murder there, and it was the murder of Rosie Ringer. Yeah, I remember the name. She was trying to help Kay get back her little precious notebook that we saw in the first game. You don't know how to know what the notebook is. You guys gotta know it's important. Any whomst. As per usual, Miss Gavèlle lady and a guy with a lighter were like, you've been a bad boy, Miles Egworth. It's time to pass over the badge, little guy. And Edge was like, I love the truth. So we've been doing some investigating. Oh yeah, Kay ran away and then we found her. Edgeworth gave up his badge. We found a secret underground, but like underground on a building, so it's like a hidden floor with a bunch of items.
Underground on a building, so it's on the building, but not underground.
It's under building. It's
under floor?
Under floor, yeah. It's like a weird like storage area with like a bunch of police evidence as like auction items. And then there's like a weird elevator, and it takes you to the room where the body was found. And then we got jumped by like cops and a lady with a whip, and then we got shoot out of the room because we don't got a badge anymore. Listen, if that didn't make as much sense as you wish it did, I'm sorry. There's a lot of stuff that happened last time. You should check out the Ace Attorney streams. They're really good. Anyway. Point is, we're heading into episode 4 ladder. We're in the last third, technically, more like the last half knowing this game.
I'm gonna die.
Please don't die.
I'm not ready for this after such an emotional night. Everything's gonna go alright.
Oh yeah, and now Edgeworth's in jail.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. We're in jail now.
Yeah, we got jailed for doing an unlawful investigation because we gave up our badge, and then we were like, I'm going to investigate anyway. Anywhomst, are you ready to continue, Pookie? I know you're like distraught at the sight of your missing heart. Is there anything I'm forgetting? I didn't forget nothing. You okay?
No.
I'm waiting. You give me the go. I'm not gonna start if you're not mentally prepared.
No, if I did that, we wouldn't be having a stream. Go ahead.
All right. This is episode 4. A Turnabout Forsaken. Ladder. Yippee! Let's do this thing.
Hold on, I need QB to be like silent. QB.
I suppose I can wait. April 6th, detention center, holding cell. And all that is here is a singular Miles Edgeworth.
Oh, we're back in the Bronco cell.
Yeah, we're back in the Bronco cell. Horse. Oh my god, it's been so long since you've seen a horse. Oh, I miss horse. Anyway.
Never thought I'd spend another night in here again. They stripped me of all the evidence we'd so painstakingly gathered. Even if they did let me keep Kei's Yatagarasu pin, I can't help but worry about her. They better be treating her well.
If you realize, we're just playing Yataga.
No, go ahead and finish with that.
If you think about it, we're just playing Yatagarasu this whole chapter.
True. We are doing.
We're
We're
stealing
unlawfully.
the truth.
Yeah. That's a good point. Anyway, this is your line.
The murder. It was me. I remember looking down and the person in the red raincoat was on the ground. It was me, Mr. Edgeworth. It was me all along. I'm the murderer. I'm the murderer.
Come on, let's go. You've got a visitor.
A visitor? Who?
Someone by the name of Dick Gumshoe. Want me to send him away?
No. Though I'm not sure what to even say to him.
April 6th.
Oh my god, we're on the
Detention
other
center.
side. This looks so weird.
Yes, it is room. This is only the second time he's been behind this glass. Remember?
Should stay that way.
Yeah. Wait there.
At this point, he's not even scared. He's used to it.
They're leaving me unsupervised.
That's not Gumshoe.
Yeah.
I mentioned this is my favorite case in the series. I'll give out. Look in the stream. Also, I forgot to say hi to people. Hi, Hunter. Hi, Philip. Hi, Anti-Flow. Hello. Hi, guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. Anyway, who the hell is this?
It could be a beautiful woman.
That's what I
It
was
could be
thinking.
the ugliest man on earth.
Do you want
Could
to
be. No, go ahead.
forgive the intrusion? Oh, okay. I knew.
It
I
is
thought
the
I
most
had a feeling it was
beautiful woman on
Gavèlle. Anyway, do you want to?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Judge Gavèlle!
She hit puberty.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, take a seat.
I love her theme.
What are you doing here? I was told it was Detective Gumshoe.
I imagine you wouldn't come if you knew it was me.
I think he would have, but okay.
See, the thing I said last time about how I know Gavèlle is like sad. She wants
Yeah.
Edgeworth back. She's
Like,
being
I
held
want you
back.
fired, but I want to do it.
No.
I know, that's
She
not what
doesn't
you're
want
saying.
him fired. She's under orders. My beautiful woman.
Sorry, I needed to sip.
What could she
She
possibly
looks
want
so
from me
cute
now?
sitting. She also looks like a chess piece while she's sitting.
A little bit, yeah.
I suppose I'd better find out.
Oh, I do get the autograph pin. Yippee!
Let's present it to her.
Miss Faraday is currently being interrogated about her involvement in the murder.
You and the committee. You know what you're doing, don't you? You know what the wrongful arrest and persecution of an innocent person is beyond reprehensible.
Sorry.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna send an email.
That's quite the slanderous remark. I would ask that you frame your outburst with a little more care. I'm writing an email right now. Give me a second. Besides, she is not innocent. I merely wish that she is.
You can't say that. You don't have conclusive proof.
There are my emails.
It's
Nor
fine.
do you have conclusive proof to the contrary, till it has not retread this old
Retread.
tired topic.
This tired old topic again. It doesn't matter.
Sorry.
She will go to trial, and the goddess will pass her judgment. There is nothing you can do to stop that. How do I forward an email?
There's a forward button
there's-
usually near the bottom, at the top.
Oh, there it is.
Good job.
To my dad.
And there is nothing more to say on the subject. Instead, let us speak of the matter at hand.
That was nice.
You may not be aware of this, but you are only permitted to meet with specially approved visitors.
So I'm to be treated like a dangerous criminal, am I? I suppose my reputation has rather plummeted.
It has indeed. For you, of course, and your friends. The attorney and the other girl were raising quite the fuss earlier.
Fender and Emma.
I saw them launch some extremely heated words at one of the guards.
I can already imagine.
No, you didn't!
You may thank the goddess in that regard, or even she is too busy to deal with each and every infraction.
Okay.
They will not be punished for their bad behavior.
Did you come here just to chit-chat with me? You must have a lot of time on your hands.
Speaking of which, Miss Von Karma is continuing the investigation where you left off.
Can you play as her?
I just thought you would like to know. I figured you would be worried about how they were all doing.
I
She
hate to
cares
admit
so
it.
much.
Hmm?
She cares so much.
It's like the minimal amount, but I imagine that's the amount she's willing to express. Anyway.
I hate to admit it, but you read me like a book. Let's cut to the chase, Your Honor. Why are you really here?
I'm simply here to talk, nothing more. There's something I wish to know about you.
Me?
Yes, and who else? Objectively speaking, you are highly intelligent and quick-witted,
Oh my god, stop.
and a born prosecutor at that.
Objection!
Sorry.
Yes,
Please, Judge Gavèlle, your sarcastic praise is but salt on my wounds.
but I sincerely mean every word, Mr. Edgeworth. And it is why I fail to understand you. Take this latest case, for example. You were up against the very committee itself. You had no hope of succeeding. Even a child could have seen that. And yet,
I don't imagine the old me would have ever been so reckless. The old me had power, and because of that, I thought that justice was always on my side. Just as you and the committee believe now. But a certain person changed my mind. He made me reckon with my selfish and skewed sense of justice. Justice, I can't speak.
it's quite alright.
And once the scales had fallen from my eyes, I began to look at people differently. I saw that I was only able to be an effective prosecutor thanks to the efforts of those around me. Detective Gumshoe, the many investigative officers of the force, and even Kay. It changed me. The degree to which it changed me still surprises me to this day.
I see. Thank you. I feel that perhaps I understand you a little better now.
You understand me? I highly doubt it. Someone who is so focused on forcing the idea of justice onto others can't possibly see what I see.
Is that so? Is that what you truly believe?
Hmm?
I will say one thing. This has been a very interesting conversation. That is all.
I feel like she's like Lana in my heart.
Say that.
Before I go, there is one remaining matter. I was asked to inform you that the date of your hearing has been confirmed. It will be held today in the trial chamber. The committee sends its warmest regards.
If that was all you had to tell me, you could have just sent an email.
No, I'm kidding.
Could have just sent a message.
That's what I was trying to do earlier, but you know,
This could have been an email type shit.
And entrust the goddess's words to another? That wouldn't do now, would it? Until then, Mr. Edgeworth, I'll see you again very shortly.
Later.
Where's Gumshoe?
I promised Gumshoe. It was promised a Gumshoe.
April 6th, Detention Center, holding cell. Oh, I just gotta walk around now? Oh, no music is kind of freaky.
We're gonna get jump scared.
All right, what do you want to look at first?
The toilet. I gotta pee real bad.
Do you?
No.
Okay.
There's a note on the wall next to the toilet. Sorry,
Sorry.
we're currently out of
This is-
toilet paper.
This section reminds me of Deltarune when you're thrown into the slammer and you can just walk around and inspect stuff because of like the lack of music and everything.
Please make the necessary mental preparations before using the toilet. What sorts of mental preparations can one even make?
I gotta shit so good that I get nothing on my booty hole. Anyway,
What the fuck?
that's the tech. You have to poopy so good you get nothing on your butt. I'm sorry. What do you want to inspect next? Please respond.
Hmm?
What do you want to inspect next? Why would you say that? Because it's true.
You pick. You made me pick one.
Okay.
A very basic bed. I can't say it was very comfortable to sleep on. However, I imagine Detective Gumshoe would sleep soundly on it nevertheless, loudly snoring all the while. Suppose we'll probably never get to work together again. I don't have any regrets about the bed I've made. I'll follow my own path to the end.
Okay, Anime Edgeworth.
The window is barred with heavy steel. It reminds me of a movie I once saw. A prison inmate hatched a plot to escape by using a file to cut his cell bars. I won't be doing that, of course. One thing, I don't have a file on me at the moment. What am I saying? I wouldn't do it even if I had one.
I thought we switched to his like outside voice. Like he stopped speaking in his head. What do I think will progress the story? It's either this desk or the cell bars. I'm gonna look at this first.
I've barely spent any time in here, and I already can feel my personal appearance slipping. I may have given up on my badge, but I mustn't give up on myself.
Mustn't give up on myself. My God.
My collar! It's slightly creased. There. Tidy outside begets a tidy inside. Which is why it's more important now than ever to take care of myself.
Let's go. Enter self-care. Yes. Yes.
Edgar giving people self-care advice would be so funny to me. Fix your posture.
My
Look
name is
better that
Miles
way.
Edgeworth. This is a course on how to maintain self-care. Every morning
Drink water.
Every morning I wake up at 4 a.m. and dunk my head in a bowl of ice water.
No!
I then hammer 20 push-ups and then drink a protein shake.
Jump into the pool head first.
Then take the elevator down my 100-floor mansion.
Ding.
Anyway, I'll do the cell bars first.
There's a poster in the corridor outside. We regret to announce that due to the warden's arrest, the Die of Destiny game will be discontinued. Inmates will no longer need to roll a die every morning to determine their meals for the day.
When I roll a
It's
D1
like
on
D&D.
when I roll a D1 on the breakfast and I have to
Oh my
eat
God.
fucking ice cereal.
New definition. D&D dash and dine.
Wait, that doesn't. Okay. Anyway,
We wholeheartedly apologize to those who were looking forward to their daily casting of the die. Does anyone really need an apology for the cessation
of the cessation? Am I crazy? I think it's cessation.
for the cessation of such a ridiculous idea in the first place?
This is some really great dialogue.
It's a menu here on the table. Seems that detainees are able to pay to have their meals brought to their cells. What looks good? Spaghetti and mac and cheese lunch.
Oh
And
my
linguine
God.
for only $1.
Oh my god, that's great.
Basmati and brown rice special. For limited time only. At regular white rice at no extra cost.
That's amazing.
It's probably for the best that I'm not very hungry.
What is wrong with you?
Investigation complete. Yay.
We have another visitor. Kay!
Oh,
Thank goodness you seem alright. It's a load off my mind.
Ah, such a heartwarming scene. It's enough to make a grown man cry.
I hope he accidentally burns his whole beard off with his stupid little lighter.
Oh,
I hope he becomes bald.
that would be a great one.
But you're still not your usual cheery. I mean, you have to stay positive, Kay. You didn't do anything wrong. In fact, I guarantee you didn't.
you have to let it go. I'm a murderer. I know that now.
But you're not. You can't be. Why don't you have any faith in yourself?
How can I, Mr. Edgeworth? When there's no me left to believe in.
Not at all. I don't think that's true. Before you lost your memory, we spent quite a bit of time together. And I dare say you left quite the impression on me. So you see, there's still plenty of you left.
I had Darman flashbacks halfway through that line.
What?
So you see.
Oh, so you see.
Anyway.
That's why I believe so much in your innocence. And why you should believe in yourself too.
Thank you. But I can't. It would just cause more pain for the both of us. Please, you have to forget her. Forget that Kay. She's gone.
Kay, no!
You remind me of my younger self, you know. So noble. So bold.
God, thank God.
This-
I'm not like you.
This is the justice you and the committee stand for.
Justice. I suppose you could call it that.
What is he up to? Why is he going to such lengths to control everything? I can't shake the feeling that something is very wrong here. There's some hidden agenda at play. Ugh, there's no time to second guess myself. I'm going to find out what it is. It's now or never.
Well then, my boy, I suppose I should be...
Wait!
Oh, shit. That was so cool.
He didn't even give him a chance.
He didn't even do his...
He's like working. Like, this is him working on a day-to-day.
Why is the chairman so intent on seeing Kay charged with this murder? It doesn't make any sense. There must be some rhyme or reason to this madness.
Ooh. Come now, Miles. I'm a busy, important man. I can't be wasting my precious time talking to you.
The only way out of our current predicament is through Chairman Winner. There's so much to ask, and so little time. Start by trying to find out why he rushed to have Kay arrested so quickly. I can't just let this happen. I'm getting answers, if it's the last thing I do.
Mind chess. Commence.
Why were you so keen to push through Kay's arrests? I've yet to hear a satisfactory explanation.
An explanation? I'm not entirely sure what you mean.
Don't give me that. You know exactly what I mean.
I advise you to moderate your tone, dear boy. I remind you of your position.
He's angry.
I've got you now. You're back into a corner. You don't even know it.
What are you going on about all by your lonesome over there? Need to cut an old man like me some slack. I can't keep up with all this, with all that youthful energy.
So condescending. I also realized the piece of paper looks like his
Curses.
cravat. The piece of paper he burns looks like his cravat.
It does.
Curses. I should have picked my words more wisely. Can't just let this happen. I'm getting answers if it's the last thing I do.
Alright. Let's try. I want to try bide because the other option doesn't look good.
I mean, yeah, he's angry. He's agitated, so you bide your time. Give him a little time to pipe
And
down.
suppose we did let your friend go free. What then?
What do you mean, what then?
Think how that would look, my boy. And who would have to take the blame? Me. That's who.
That would be a good thing. Thank you, Edgar.
You're right to keep your mouth shut. That way, you won't say anything foolish. Sorry, but I can't stay silent forever. Now, while Kay's innocence is still in doubt. Ah, you're breaking my heart. Just look at this flood of tears spilling out. Please, just leave it alone, will you? Things were coming along nicely until you interfered. Coming along nicely? That's a pretty strange way of putting it. It's almost as if you wanted Kay's arrest to happen. It certainly doesn't sound like the statement of an impartial representative of the law. You think so? Well, that wasn't my intention.
He looks greasy and sweaty.
True. Has it occurred to you that you might just be overthinking things a little? Chairman Winner certainly knows how to dodge a question, but it doesn't change the fact that serious doubts remain concerning Kay's arrest. Next, we'll need to press him on whether he really believes the investigation was sufficient. We can't allow any of his statements to go unexamined, no matter how trivial they may seem. One of them may just give us the breakthrough we need.
How much time has been investigating?
How much time was spent on your investigation altogether? Well now, let's see. You know what? I'm not sure I can remember. And I'm sure you can! You won't bluster your way out of this one! It's not bluster, my boy. Honestly, I don't recall. It's a problem when you get to my age, you'll see. Why, I even forget my own son's name sometimes. So,
That's because you don't.
Eustace.
Sorry, I need a sip of water. Go ahead.
This is so sad. Imagine naming your son Eustace because you thought he was.
That's so.
Devastating.
Never mind your fool of a son. Answer me. How long did you spend on the investigation?
Damn, I gotta throw Eustace under the bus like that. Damn.
I mean, better him out than under, right?
I guess.
You're right, of course. The boy is a fool. Never meant for him to grow up like that, but... Oh, woe is me. He's only too happy to derail the conversation no matter where I take it. I have to force him to take this seriously. Let's try another tack for now. You can hardly say your investigation was sufficient. And you're the one who called all the shots, weren't you? Including the decision to have Kay arrested.
I can never forget Eustace. Hi, Skelly. True. I can never forget Eustace either.
Ho ho ho. I'm afraid I'm nowhere near as influential as you think, dear boy. You're the chairman of the committee. It doesn't get much more influential than that. Not that I care about such things. You wound me. It's enough to drive an old man to tears. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not the deferential type. Well, if you're going to insist on being so blunt, then I'm afraid you won't be seeing your prosecutor's badge anytime soon.
I can't live without my badge.
Oh my god. Actually, wait, no, this might be right.
Let me make something clear once and for all. That badge isn't the be-all end-all for me. Far from it. I'm not concerned with titles or roles. Even you must understand that much. So young. So very young. What of advice, Miles, from somebody who's been around the block? You're hopelessly naive, my boy. Idiotically so. Well, that certainly got under his skin. Might be less guarded in his answers while he's in this state. Now's my chance.
Alright.
My. Really don't give up, do you?
Sorry, I should probably at least contextualize it.
How much time was spent on your investigation altogether?
Anyway.
Even my patience has its limits, you know. What a coincidence. So does mine. Now answer the question. Do you believe that your investigation was sufficient or not? The youth these days won't
To be, what the heck? Does that make sense? The youth these days are wont to be reckless? I'm assuming they meant are not. I don't know.
wont to be reckless. Makes me want to put you in your place. You're going to regret that, my boy.
Well, well, maybe you do know your place after all. What's the matter? Scared?
Hardly. I was just thinking about how best to proceed. Getting answers from the elderly requires sensitivity. They can get quite emotional after all.
Insane. Insane. You have no common sense whatsoever, do you? Don't you understand? Your fate rests in my hands. Let's say you do manage to get some answers from me. There's nothing you can do with them, so why not give it up, dear boy?
No.
And why not?
It's simple, because I'm not about to let the truth escape me.
Interesting. Beginning to see what makes you tick. But what you're doing is pointless. Tragically and miserably pointless. Please just give it up. She's guilty. Decision has been made.
Once again, your choice of words intrigues me. It's almost as if Kay's guilt had already been determined from before her arrest.
What are you trying to imply?
I'm implying that things haven't gone as they normally should. In fact, everything has proceeded as if Kay's arrest was the end goal, right from the very start. Well, Chairman Winner, was it?
That's certainly an intriguing theory.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't.
But it's also a complete work of fiction. And I'm afraid I don't have time for such flights of fancy. I think it's time we brought this shabby little farce to an end, don't you?
But no! He's trying to make his escape! Was confirm
Oh
the
my god, the theme.
Yeah, there's a new theme.
was confirm the legality of Kay's arrest before he slips away. It's fate, but the truth is finally beginning to emerge. And I'm not about to let this opportunity pass me by. Wait, we're not done yet.
I'm tired of all this talking, so make it brief, will you?
Based on everything I've heard from you so far, it's clear that Kay's arrest is entirely unfounded.
Yes, I think we're all familiar with this particular refrain of yours by now. But I'm afraid it doesn't matter either way. You don't have what it takes to secure her release anyhow.
How dare you take this so lightly as a man of the law?
My, aren't you a new little boy? But my fuse is only so long.
You have no idea how rude I can be. It's so fucking
Honestly speaking, that was a really funny one. Honestly speaking, I don't have the time to waste on every last question you can dream up. I have certain responsibilities to attend to, you know. I really am quite the busy man.
Or are you just pretending to be busy?
That's an awful thing to say to a fragile old man. I work harder than I should at my age. I ask you, my boy, what could I even hope to accomplish by putting up such a pretense?
You obviously don't want to talk about the case anymore. That's why you're so keen to get out of this conversation, isn't it?
It's just so tragic. It really is. That you would suspect me of such things.
It's not a suspicion. It's a certainty. There were no clear grounds on which to base Kay's arrest for a start.
Now, my boy, let's not get carried away. There was plenty of evidence to support our case. The mask, the letter, the corsage. These were all in her possession. And of course, a confession. More than enough to prove her guilt, I'd say.
But those are...
What's the matter? Struggling to come up with a way to explain everything away? Well, there we have it. Your silence speaks volumes.
It's true I can't counter your argument right now, but you did let something valuable slip. suspiciously detailed knowledge of the evidence against Kay. He rattled off that list like he knew it inside out. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. Kay is innocent.
No, my boy. That's just clumsy. Anyone could blurt out a baseless assertion like that. Even a disgraced superstar prosecutor. Ugh. What?
It's no good. I don't have enough information to take this any further just yet. My chance will come. Just have to be ready when it does. Wait, we're not done yet.
I'm tired of all this talking. Let's make it brief, will you?
Who gave the order? Who decided that Kay should be arrested?
You know, I can't seem to remember. Don't ever get old, Miles, my boy. It wreaks havoc on the memory.
Time to deploy my clue.
I'd appreciate... Sorry, my brain mixed the two voices. If you look at Excelsius' design, you can tell there's a space at the bottom right of the area the prosecutor's badges. According to the art director, he plans to disbar you and put your badge there. Wait, that's so cool.
I was talking to someone about this. I was talking about the design and like the cool fire and water symbol, like the symbolization.
Yeah.
In that, and like that his whole outfit looks like, you know, when you like show off military badges, it's supposed to look like that, like commanding of power. And they explained to me that they were like the art director had chosen all the prosecutor badges are prosecutor badges from other people.
Yeah, that's a good ass design detail, and it really like shows his like malice. That's good. I like that.
I'd appreciate it if you'd stop playing the old man card.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just said it's really nice.
It is.
I love design. Oh my god.
You remember the details of the evidence against Kay pretty clearly. Perhaps if your memory didn't fail you only when it was convenient, I'd be more inclined to believe you. So, let me ask you again. Who gave the order for Kay's arrest?
You're a sharp one. I'll give you that. My son could learn a thing or two from you. If he wasn't such an incurable numbskull, that is. It's a tragedy. Really.
I don't want to hear about your son. I want to know about who authorized the arrest.
You're very mean. You know that, don't you? The arrest, you say? Who the order was given by?
Come now, Chairman Winner. We both know it was you.
All right, you got me. You make it sound like it was somehow a bad thing, though. I have a reputation to uphold, so I guess I'd better clear up this little misunderstanding. I'll entertain your questions for a few more minutes. Let's see if I can't put your mind at ease.
The key thing to do now is to establish how intimately he knows the details of the case. We just have to ask the right questions. The endgame is at hand. We're but a few moves away from the truth. The suspect, Kay Faraday. How much do you know about her exactly?
I know that she's a suspect. Aside from that, not much else. Cross my heart, but it's true.
I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. Better try another tack for now. You seem to know the case in quite some detail.
I know about lots of things, my boy. I'm just smart like that.
Too bad the same can't be said about the way you handled Kay's arrest.
Careful with that lighter. I'm a very busy man. Do try to remember that I can bring this little chat to an end whenever I so choose.
It's only taking so long because you won't give me a straight answer to any of my questions. If only you'd stop giving me the runaround, we'd be done already. So let's try this again. You seem to know the details of the case quite intimately. Why is that?
Because I read the case file. Not exactly the most thrilling use of my time, of course, but it's part of the job. I have to be a good role model. I can't be seen to be slacking. It can be so hard. Oh. But I had some time on my hands, so I read the whole thing from cover to cover.
I've got you now. Go back into a corner and you...
Shut up. Just shut up, Edgeworth.
Curses, I should have picked my words more wisely.
No, why did I hit that button?
Because you're silly.
I am silly. Ugh. Oh, that's what he said.
I can't let this happen. I'm getting answers. This is the last thing I do.
Anyway. I'm a little fool. Careful with that lighter is so funny.
That's strange. I could have sworn you just told me you're a very busy man. I say the cracks are finally starting to show, wouldn't you? If you're so keen on being an upstanding leader, you can start by releasing Kay, you know.
You really don't give up, do you? It's a moving sight indeed, my boy. But a tragic one, too. After all, your efforts are for naught. I'm afraid your little friend was found unconscious near the scene of the crime.
What was the weather like that day?
We have yet to hear much about the circumstances under which Kay was found. She was lying unconscious in the storeroom, correct?
I'll wait for Pookie because they're muted. I like doing Excelsius. He's fun. You good?
Yeah.
That's right. Although I'm not at liberty to tell you how I know that.
He knows things even we didn't. In fact, he seems to be aware of every tiny detail about this case. This could be a valuable clue.
Let's do this one, thanks.
Kay is innocent.
No, my boy. That's just clumsy. Anyone can blood out a basis of such like that. You're a disgraced superstar prosecutor. I know this from earlier.
It's no good. I don't have enough information to take this any further just yet. My chance will come.
Alright. It's all the same as before. Aside from that, not much else. Cross my heart, but it's true.
Time to deploy my clue. Sorry, but the more you tell me, the less sense your story makes. For one thing, you know the details that even those investigating the case were not aware of. Why is that? Just how much do you really know, Chairman Winner?
Oh, there's that intimidating face you like to make again. Well, two can play this game. How do you like me now? You don't have what it takes to be me? I do have to commend you on your doggedness. It really is something.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you like, but wrap this up, will you? I just don't have the stamina anymore. She's the culprit, the only possible suspect. Just accept that already. How much more evidence do you want us to load her down with, for goodness sake?
Load her down with. Yet another interesting turn of phrase. One that makes it sound a lot like the items Kay was carrying might have been foisted upon her.
Impressive. You really do pay attention, don't you? It's no wonder they used to call you a prodigy, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. I think you know the answer to your own question by now. Why don't you just go ahead and say it? I want to hear it from you.
It's finally time to shed light on the truth. All that's left to play one last move. Kay is innocent.
No, my boy. That's just clumsy.
Time to deploy my clue. Kay was framed. The true culprit set up it. Oh my god. The true culprit set it all up so she would take the fall instead. That is my answer, and I won't let you deny it any longer.
Hey, he burned his beard a little bit.
No, he has to burn it all off.
Yeah,
Get
but he
rid
put
of
it out with his sweat tears. That's really cool. I like that.
One of these times he won't have any tears left to cry, and he will burn that bitch up. Get rid of it, please. I want to be spiteful.
No, the thing the options during mine just are things that Edgeworth wants to say, but he has to choose to say. Yeah, I find the whole like having the K as innocent thing just be there, but you can't like pick it yet until you actually like. I don't know. I think that's cool. All the little design choices in this game are great. My, you really are a sharp one. It's a bit of a shame you chose to hand in your badge. I admit it. You're right on all accounts.
And that's checkmate.
Are we not going to acknowledge what he just said?
Mind chess. Checkmate. We are in a second.
You knew Kay wasn't the real murderer, and you still had her arrested. What's worse, you thought you could get away with it. Well, you won't. Not if I can help it.
There you go with that naivete again, my boy. I guess that was always your problem. With the girl arrested and her conviction secured, this whole mess goes away. And that's what will happen.
But whose interest does a conclusion like that serve?
The committee's, I suppose. And mine. You know, listening to you just now, well, it really got the tears flowing, I have to say. It was poignant and heartfelt and sincere, and utterly infuriating. Look, I'm not perfect, I know that. But your lack of sophistication in these matters is beyond the pale. You insist that the truth is more important than anything else. But would you say the same if you knew what the real value of the truth is?
What are you trying to say?
When you get to my level, you don't uncover the truth. You make it, little by little. Kay Faraday, murderer. That's the truth. The truth I created. Oh, yes, my boy. That's what I like to see. You're so sincere sometimes, it's painful. It just makes me want to put you in your place. Knowing the real truth will get you nowhere. Because that's how much it's worth. Nothing. Shocking, I know.
But why not go after the real killer? How much do you even know about what really happened?
You're still not getting it. That's your truth. And it is worthless. Mine is all that matters. You understand what I'm saying, don't you, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor? I have all the power here.
Curse you!
But aren't you menacing? You and your little friend are just as bad as each other. Violent criminals who deserve to be locked up.
You'll pay for this!
And with that, yet another person disappears from my life. Oh, it just makes me want to cry and cry and cry. I love him.
He's so cool.
He's a really fun villain.
He's well written as a.
It's just so his duplicity is so fun.
Again, it's the soft flow of water and the quiet fire happening.
Yeah. Oh my god. He's so fun to voice.
He's fun to watch. I don't hate him. It's the kind of like I want to dissect you and see what's happening in your brain.
It's
kind
the
of
villain you hate to
interest.
love because he's so hateable.
That's like a lot of the villains that we've seen.
No, there's like some villains I love to hate that are like you're so terrible. I want to pound you into the floor. This guy's like, I want to see you do more bad things because you're so insane.
Right. That's how I feel.
That's what I mean. Hate to love. But like, I don't actually
that
hate
was
it.
my Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Dahlia and Kristoff did that. My oops.
I'm not planning to disappear just yet. Chairman Winner.
Sorry, I don't know why I worded it like that.
There's still the hearing later today. Just you wait. One way or another, I'll prove Kay's innocence to the world then.
April
oh my
6th.
God, I forgot about Lotta.
8:30 a.m. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Chamber.
Can you tell which one's the favorite in this group?
Name the non-NPC. I can't believe there's only 2 women on this in this like lineup, and one of them is dead.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, wow, what the hell? There's a spot missing.
Oh, and
Who's
there's
supposed to-
there's 2/3 women. I don't know if this one's like a 80% certainty. This one's
That
like
looks like-
50%.
That looks like Fallon from Dungeon Mesh.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. 10 members of a majority are present. I hereby call this hearing to order. We are gathered here today to assess the professional competency of Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Here in the sight of the goddess, we do solemnly swear to pass fair and frank judgment.
Fair and frank. Don't make me laugh.
Verity, if you would be so kind as to summarize the case against Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, it's your turn.
On April 5th, despite having advised the illegality of an investigation he was conducting,
Sorry, where the line ended.
the accused refused to desist and eventually had to be detained by myself and Chairman Winner.
Make sure you're close to
His
your mic.
actions compromised the investigate.
I am.
I'm just double checking. I'm just double checking.
You told me last time. I remember things. Mr. I don't know what a cattle is.
Listen. No, we're not talking about this. Cows are cattle, but not all cattle is cows.
But when I said cattle, when I said cow, you were like,
I told you I
maybe.
didn't hear you. The last thing I heard you say was pig.
It was
Or
sheep,
sheep?
but that was the
Sheep.
last thing before cow. Either way, that's what a cattle is. You said sheep was closer to cattle.
Yeah, because it is. Sheep are closer to Sheep are closer to cows. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, I'm confused. Anyways,
His actions compromised the investigation into murder of a certain defense attorney. And despite having been presented with copious evidence of her guilt, she continues to insist that the suspect, 1K Faraday, is innocent of all charges.
Perhaps you could explain the details of the murder to us as well.
Of course. On the morning of the 5th, the body of the victim was found here in the committee chamber. Further explanation will be provided by
Me, Eustace Winner, Premier Prosecutor.
oh my, who let this child?
The floor is yours, Mr. Winner.
The murder itself happened late on the night of the 4th. The victim was Miss Rosie Ringer. That same night, an illicit auction was being held here in this very
This is
room.
so cool.
Oh my god, this is so cool. This guy being the blue badger is funny as hell.
Like these
Oh my
masks
god,
suit them.
pretty. Anyway. Ringer took part in that auction, I think. Yeah.
Meaning that the murder took place sometime during the auction.
When she was found, Ringer was dressed in an outfit that matched the description of the auctioneers. However, due to the fact the auction carried on after the murder had occurred, I deduced that Ringer was not in fact the auctioneer.
You deduced nothing of the sort.
And what about the basis on which the suspect was detained, Mr. Winner?
Yeah, I got this. So far, he was overcome by...
Crushing remorse, Eustace.
Yeah, that. Tons of crushing remorse. So she confessed. According to her confession, she was on the roof of this building when she encountered a person in a red raincoat on the viewing platform. And that person was Miss Ringer, I take it.
Precisely, Mr. Chairman. The killer dressed the victim in the auctioneer's outfit after the fact. Oh my god. But at the time when she was killed, Miss Ringer was wearing a red raincoat.
And who won the race to find that raincoat nearby? Me. That's who.
Did you? I thought it was somebody from forensics.
Strictly speaking, it was found by one of the forensics investigators under Mr. Winner's command.
I knew it.
The blood analysis on the coat showed that it was indeed Miss Ringer who had worn it. And the suspect's confession was the final nail in the coffin. She confirmed having committed the murder. So, as you can see, Kay Faraday was the killer. There's no way anybody else could have done it. All right, Miles. I expect you have some objections. Let's get them out of the way, shall we?
I have no objections, Chairman Winner.
Well, now, is that so? I thought it would have taken more than...
No objection to the matter of my unauthorized...
God damn it, I really didn't want to mess that up.
Can I rewind?
I thought it was funny as fuck. He really waited for him to speak so he could say it.
Yeah, he really wanted the gotcha moment. I thought it would have
Gotcha.
taken more than a
I
single
know
night of
one
detention to
guy.
break you. This is crazy.
No objection to the matter of my unauthorized...
Take your time. Eustace, get him a cup of water, will you?
Unauthorized. 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 I hate 4 syllables.
Unauthorized.
No objection to the matter of my unauthorized investigation, that is. But in the matter of Miss Faraday's supposed guilt, I have plenty.
I can personally attest to the fact that Mr. Winter's investigation was fair and impartial.
That's really so cool. In this case, true.
Yeah, of course it was. When it comes to carefully conducted ops, I'm the winner every time.
You know, Miles, it's within my power to offer you a plea deal of sorts. If, and this is purely hypothetical, of course, you were to withdraw your objections, you might wake up tomorrow to find yourself the proud owner of a seat on this committee. You really think you would want that?
I mean, even if you did, I think you've made it obvious that these people are afraid of you and are under your power. So no.
Yeah.
That would be like, I get to forget about my case and be on a corrupt committee. Sign me up. Yeah.
Join me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Anyway.
It gets boring being the only one with cool clothing here.
Everyone else is wearing black and nothing else. Oh, I ask you again. Do you have any objections, Mr. Edgeworth?
If you think you can buy my silence, think again.
You will watch your mouth.
That's literally what he did!
Only if the
he's my
chairman
boss.
watches his. I didn't come here to talk about committee seats. I came here to talk about the murder case. I demand a statement under oath, and I won't rest until I have one. I want to know exactly what the committee's view on the incident is.
You want to put us on trial, my boy. Very well, if it will make you happy. Verity, please provide Mr. Edgeworth with the materials pertaining to the case.
Really? But sir,
This will be his last hurrah. So let's humor him with the send-off he desires.
if you say so, Mr. Chairman.
Evidence data received from Judge Gavèlle.
Aw.
You have no objections to Verity representing the committee, I assume.
None whatsoever.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Don't worry, Kay. Everything will be fine. You'll see.
You know, I'm thinking about Lotta being in this room.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
waiting
just
for her
like,
to say something.
I'm about to take so many pictures. she was in like the little, I don't even know how to describe it. Anyway, the committee's view of the case. This is you.
Oh, right. Miss Ringer attended the auction as a potential buyer. The red raincoat was one of the items up for sale. So our assumption that after winning and paying it, she left the auction with her purchase. My voice, ow. The only exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatch leading up to the roof. After she had emerged onto the viewing platform, that's when Miss Ringer was attacked by Miss Faraday. Shortly thereafter, her flame went out. And this concludes the committee's view of the case.
Bada boom, bada boom, bada 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 boom. Sorry.
The raincoat was on offer that night. Is that really true?
I believe so, yes. You remember the failed assassination attempt on the president of Shangfa, I assume? The raincoat is a piece of evidence from that case. It should, of course, have remained safely under lock and key of the appropriate facility. But our inquiries revealed that it did in fact go missing under mysterious Circumstances.
Going this deep has hurt my like vocal cords so bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's voice training. It's voice training. Cope.
Hope.
My power Wi-Fi goes out one more time. I hate the Midwest. I'm sorry, Skelly.
You might open the auction along with everything else. That makes sense, I suppose.
Wonderful work, Verity. Just wonderful. Crystal clear as ever.
You flatter me, sir. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you could save us all some time and simply admit defeat.
There we go.
I'll do no such thing, thank you very much.
Very well. It's good to know that you still have some fight in you.
It is. Why?
Because this is utter bullshit.
Come to think of it, she said some strange things when she visited me this morning, too. What exactly is she up to?
She's like trying to find her own way out of this like committee without getting herself like a death wish from this guy by
Yeah.
using Edgeworth like please, 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 please.
Rebuttal. The committee's view of the
She's so
case.
smart.
God, 6 statements, man. Swing our attention to the auction as a potential.
In other words, a member of the committee was actively involved in the illegal evidence trade.
It is unfortunate. I don't know what else to say.
And of course, we'll be looking into any such activities just as soon as this hearing is over and done with.
I commend your decision to pursue the matter further, Mr. Chairman.
Do you want to get away from him, or do you want to, like, glaze him? I don't understand. No,
I mean, you can't spell blaze without glaze.
that's not
Almost.
even his name. I guess
Hey,
I
if you take his old name.
Oh, don't be silly, Verity. It's the least we can do, really. Not that it's any of your business, Miles. Not anymore. If only you had remained a prosecutor. But you didn't. Now, if we're quite done making an old man cry over this whole sad affair.
Very well. Allow me to continue.
Raincoat was on the items up for sale. Interesting.
So the raincoat really was one of the auction lots.
That's correct. I believe it originally belonged to Mr. Shelley the Killer.
Considering its status as a piece of evidence, it's the only logical conclusion.
So when he made his attempt on the president's life, it was an unexplained mannequin standing amongst the other items on sale. Could very well have been used to display the coat prior to the auction. Do we know how the items were being smuggled in?
That is still under investigation and is entirely unrelated to the matter at hand. Especially considering that you will soon be officially a prosecutor no longer, Mr. Edgeworth.
It sounds like the outcome of this hearing is a foregone conclusion. No surprises there. My personal circumstances aren't important right now. Please continue, Your Honor.
As I was saying, the raincoat was one of the items for sale.
Which is that after winning and paying for it, she left the auction with her purchase.
Why did she leave so soon after making her purchase?
Because of the auction house rules. Winning bidders are expected to pay for their items immediately.
Miss Hart told us pretty much the same thing.
The swinger, having paid for the raincoat, probably left immediately afterwards in accordance with the rules.
Okay. The only exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatch leading up onto the roof. I mean, I guess. Thanks, audio.
The swinger was a member of the committee. Could she not have left the committee chamber via the main door?
While the auction was still underway,
Yeah, why not?
all risk being that would risk exposing its existence to those outside the trusted circle of attendees.
Oh, but the place that's available to the public, would it be? I don't know, man.
No question.
Given that Miss Hart found out about it, I think its existence is already well and exposed.
The rules of the auction stated that the attendees were to enter and leave via a hatch in the roof. The swinger had no reason to follow those rules.
Not to follow.
Or
this
not
one.
to follow it, sorry.
That's okay.
And given the murder took place, we all know that she must have done so.
I like thinking that she's like very serious and then she slips up and then she goes,
Sorry guys, I'm sorry.
My apologies.
My apologies, I really didn't mean to do that.
And she reached the viewing point. That's when Miss Ringer was attacked by Miss Faraday.
Hold it! But why? What possible motive could Kay have had?
This voice makes me sleepy. That
Fair.
is exactly what we are hoping to establish in our upcoming interviews with Miss Faraday.
Coercive interrogation after the fact. Something you seem to specialize in.
If the murderer knew the attendees would be leaving via the hatch.
Oh god, I don't know why my brain stops.
Then the roof would have been the perfect place to lie in wait. So as I was saying, after she'd emerged onto the viewing platform, that's when Miss Ringer attacked.
After her flame went out, and thus concludes the committee's view of the case. Alright.
The flame went out.
The flame of her life, Mr. Edgeworth. Though perhaps her flame was stolen from her is more apt.
Objection!
Flame, get it?
But the
Please
candelabrum
say
that
it.
extinguished her life was one of the auction lots. Meaning Kay had no way of getting a hold of it to begin with.
Miss Faraday could not have lain in wait for the victim without knowing the storeroom's existence. She could have easily snuck down the ladder and stolen it while the auction was still underway.
If only we knew where the candle holder was during the auction. That would surely clear the matter up, no? Well, either of you? Sadly, we don't have anything that could tell us much of that on that front at the moment.
Forgive me, sir. This is something we are hoping to establish further investigation.
Well, isn't that a shame, Miles, my boy? It seems this line of inquiry is something of a dead end then, isn't it? So the theory is that the victim and her killer met on the roof. And that's where the murder took place. In other words, it assumes the viewing platform was the scene of the crime. But is that really the case? Thought I had evidence that clearly shows the story of what happened that night. Time to double check.
Alright, so it's definitely one of the last two statements. Hey, well, we're gonna dweem. Like, this still blows my mind. They're like, yeah, no, it was on the roof. Like, we didn't find blood in two different places that weren't the roof.
Well, you know what they say. I don't know what they say.
Okay, let me think. Box in which killer had body, shows above protected inside, community chamber blood. Okay. Sweet. I can't believe this is in here. Do we now have the dust mark? I guess we don't, right? Ah, this is a hard think. I feel like it's insane because I feel like there's a million pieces that would prove it wrong, but I don't know if it's the piece. You know what I mean? Like, there's blood in the chamber. There's blood on the elevator. There's like the testimony of heart hearing screams. But like, does any of it matter to you? Do you care? I don't. This is what I mean. Ugh, my god. Let me look at this press style a little longer. If only I knew what the candle holder was during the auction. I mean, we did. We knew it was an auction item. I'm so frustrated.
You got it. I would be served myself with more help. But...
I guess we don't know whose blood this is, but we heard like Lada has their testimonies. Also, I'm sorry, oh Wolf, I'm not that familiar with Zelda. Is it the location you're referencing? Think. Claiming out, and this concludes the community of the case. I feel like it has to be this statement. Version to the meeting platform. Okay. Awesome, friend. Hi. Hello. Making your weekly appearance, I see. Hope you guys had a great stream. Hi.
Hello.
We're back with some more 80-20 investigations, numero dos. Right now, we're speaking in front of the panel of super important people trying to plead and prove our case because everyone's like, no, your bestie did it. And we're like, no, my bestie's innocent. Off my go. Anyway, we're in the midst of slamming evidence into our brains until we figure it out. And by we, I mean me.
Yeah, because I don't want to think. I haven't thought for any of this game.
Head
I
injury
think it's fun watching you
sustained.
suffer.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
like
'cause
theorizing, you like playing. We'll keep it at that.
I really want to go with this or this, one of these two. My brain is like, but this is more focused on the picture, but this is like also has a. Okay, but this is like the ringleader, but like that's a lot as assumption. I don't know. I'm gonna go with this and just. Nah.
There's a clear contradiction in your testimony, Judge Gavèlle.
Silence. Such statements will not be tolerated by this court.
And why not? What precisely is wrong with my statement?
For one thing, it's the fact that you clearly do not believe it yourself.
I mean, I kind of believed it.
Ugh, is it that obvious? Going to have to be more careful next time.
What am I not? Oh my god, I'm so annoyed. Also, love Bubble and Satori. Thanks for coming along. Oh. Okay. Thinky. Springer attended the auction as a potential buyer. Rodrigo was one of the items up for sale, so our assumption is that after winning and paying for it, he left the auction with her purchase. The only exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatch leading up onto the roof. Through which he emerged into the viewing platform, and that's when Miss Ringer was attacked by Miss Faraday. Shortly thereafter, her flame went out, and thus concludes the committee's view of the case.
You got this.
Also, actually, for the if you're doing emojis, it's colon, not asterisks. Do I got this? Do I?
You absolutely got this, my oofy goofy. Surely. Well, here's what I was thinking. They don't really know about this picture of Laura's, right? And they're just kind of assuming that the person who killed the person in the red raincoat is them, or is the victim. Meanwhile, this is proving that this is the murderer. So I think on the statement where she's like, Miss Ringer was attacked by Miss Faraday, you should present the picture.
This is the one I was inclined to do next. Yeah. Did I do blood? I did blood first. Okay.
Methinks.
Okay. Good job. I was on the fence about it. I was too self-conscious and scared.
It's okay.
Maybe you can clear up something for me, Judge Gavèlle. What is Miss Hart doing here at this hearing?
She is an eyewitness. I thought it would be obvious.
Oh, fuck. I don't remember how I made you sound.
You did a kind of like a deeper voice with her. Not like Gavèlle deep, but like country deep-ish. Not like pitchy.
Well, I don't remember. Can I quickly go check? Okay.
support for it. I'm so annoyed. I should have just believed in myself more.
Yeah, Edgeworth had that whole like pep talk about believing in yourself. And this is what you do.
I ain't him. I'm just like, I'm watching him do the things.
You're cool like him.
I got tripped up by the whole like ringleader text on the thing because I'm like, well, we know it's not the ringleader, so they're gonna be like, actually, Lana's kind of stupid, so we're not gonna believe her. Cause she's just a country bumpkin.
Okay, I heard myself back. I hate hearing myself back.
Get used to it.
Okay. Well now, ain't that? I really ain't an eyewitness. More like a ear witness, I guess.
She's not exactly the most confidence-inspiring choice to help you make your case, is she?
I like to think I choose my allies a little more carefully than you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, okay.
Then you should question them more thoroughly, because there's something she hasn't told you. Take a look at this. It's a photo taken by Miss Hart.
Yes, in the storeroom, correct? What of it?
Hi, Silver. How do they go?
According to your theory, the murder occurred up on the roof. But according to Miss Hart's testimony, she happened to witness the entire incident unfold in the storeroom, just before she took this picture.
But wait, you're saying Gavèlle got it?
Wrong. That's exactly what I'm saying.
What?
Oh.
Miss Hart, if I may confirm your account of the events you witnessed that night. You saw the person in the picture, correct?
I sure did, clear as day. And with my own 2 eyes to boot.
And what were your impressions at that point?
My impressions, this right here will be the scoop of the century. Something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ahem, I was hoping for more of your impressions of the person in question.
Oh, that there's a walking meal ticket?
What does that even? Okay, I get it.
The raid.
I also really like seeing a lot of sprites from this angle now. Essentially,
Right?
it's so fun. I like the kind of 45-degree tilt of all the
I
sprites
love
in
her
this game.
face so much.
Seriously?
Just my little joke. No need to look at me like I done sat on your lunch. Old red wrinkle, right? Well, I took one look and I thought, oh, that's our perp right there. Yep, that's what I thought.
And therein lies the rub. For Miss Hart to have thought such a thing occurred.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. When will you learn to use your words?
When will I learn to use mine?
If it's an explanation of the facts that you require, you need to only ask, you know.
What do you mean?
I assume you're about to raise the issue of the voices Miss Hart heard. The voices that may be unrelated.
I literally had it exactly right. I'm so mad at myself.
Unrelated? You could do better than that.
Was one of the voices Miss Hart heard really even Miss Ringer's?
You're kidding me, right? Them folks talking crime-related turkey or my name in a lot of danged heart.
But you did hear them clearly.
Well, I can't say for sure, but I can't rightly say nothing, and you wouldn't know it. They ain't using my voice changers. I done told you that.
Precisely. Miss Hart heard voices, but those voices were disguised. Okay. Which means we cannot even be certain that whatever she did over here had nothing to do with the murder.
Anything.
Shh, shut up. You were breakdancing. Please let me have
And
this.
the theme goes hard.
You don't need to yell objection in order to sigh to me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, let me restart my capture card real quick because it's cutting out a little too much now. Plunk, plunk.
It seems I overestimated you, Judge Gavèlle.
Nonsense. Fairy's the best of us, my boy. The very best.
And yet she believes that what Miss Hart heard might not have had anything to do with the murder. Even supposing that's in the Even supposing that that's the case, it doesn't prove the murder didn't happen in the storeroom. The incident happened before the victim was able to go up to the roof. That much we can say for certain. and I can tell you why. This proves that the incident happened before the victim went up to the roof.
Clunk.
We initially thought that the person in the red raincoat was the culprit.
Yes, because Miss Hart said as much.
Indeed, she told us about the blood she saw on this person's hand. And I doubt many people would have thought differently given her testimony. Here go. If this person is the killer, then the blood we see would be from when they attacked the victim. And knowing what we know now, that this person is in fact the victim, it recontextualizes everything. The presence of the blood still shows that the picture was taken after the attack. But now it tells us something very important about the victim too. This picture tells us that the victim
Survived the attack?
There's no doubt in my mind the victim was attacked in the storeroom. But here we have photographic evidence of her standing upright and alive, albeit with a bloody hand. This can only mean that Miss Ring has survived the attack. The blood on her hand is from the wound she had sustained.
What are you talking about? Who dies from a hand wound?
Holy shit,
okay,
you're
Eustace.
stupid. You got from that she had a hand wound? She got a little paper cut?
He's trying.
The wound wasn't on her hand, Mr. Winner. I meant she had used her hand to try and staunch the wound. That's right. While it's impossible to tell from this angle, the victim was already mortally wounded here.
Oh ho ho. Well, that certainly would change things, wouldn't it?
It very much would, not least by making it absurd to suggest that Kay was the killer. Her encounter with the victim happened after this picture had been taken. After the victim had already been attacked and was in critical condition. I put it to you that all Kate witnessed was the victim finally succumbing to her wounds.
Well, Miss Blow. Who dies from a gashing wound? That's what I'm thinking, man.
That would have been quite the coincidence.
Quink-a-dink.
Stop! Don't!
That's what a quinky dink, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's a textbook case of wrong place, wrong time, I'd say.
You seem to be forgetting a rather important fact, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, that'll... Or pretending not to remember it.
What? What fact am I forgetting?
I think it's time to wrap things up, don't you, Verity? Put the boy out of his misery.
Dad, Gavèlle works for me. Why do you keep giving her orders? That's my job.
You really are. Total and utter embarrassment.
I am not.
I hate to break it to you, but you both are.
Go to it, Gavèlle. Put Edgeworth out of
Out of his misery. As you wish.
She just shoots him.
What you're forgetting, sorry.
Miss Ringer's body was found with 3 wounds in her chest. And we all know those wounds are what those wounds are from, don't we? That's right. They're from when she was stabbed in the chest by the 3 armed.
Candelabrum.
That word.
Come on, you got it. Candelabrum.
Candelabrum.
Yeah, good job.
I doubt anyone could survive such grave wounds. If you care to read the coroner's report, I'm sure you would change your tune.
Nicely done, Gavèlle. Now Edgeworth will have to.
Make several objections. Yes, I'm afraid I will.
What? Why? Were you listening?
Oh, I was listening. Very carefully, in fact. Hence my objections.
Come on! Why do you always have to undermine me?
That's never my intention, I assure you.
It isn't?
Oh, this is terrible!
Because you do it so well to yourself every single time already.
Of course it isn't. Yeah, I knew that. Because I'm...
Please, Eustace, just stop for goodness sake. You've already embarrassed me enough.
Huh? What do you mean, Dad?
Dude,
Rebuttal.
can you hold me?
You're
I need
forgetting.
to talk about it.
Yeah,
I
go
need
ahead.
to talk about it. The way that he's like, you're not undermining me. That means like his dad does all the time. And it's like, oh, he doesn't know what love is. Someone hold him.
Poor little guy. Verity, you gotta be a mom now. Sorry. I already signed the adoption papers for you. Forge your signature, everything.
No, please. I feel like she wants to be closer to Eustace, but won't.
The voices are crazy, not gonna lie. I hope that's slash positive. Alright, Mr. Garson was found with 3 wounds in her chest.
3 wounds. That can't have been pleasant.
Yes. Which is why we must see that the perpetrator of this cruel act pays for their sins.
Don't listen to her, Kay. She's just trying to scare you. If we could please continue on, Judge Gavèlle.
Very well. As I was saying, there were 3 wounds.
And we all know what those wounds are from, don't we?
I do, but perhaps you should ask Mr. Winner.
That's so mean.
He does, I'm sure. Don't you, Eustace?
Who, me? Oh, you bet I do. I know this case inside out.
Who does he think he's fooling?
Eustace, my boy. Make an old man happy and at least glance at the coroner's report, would you?
Sure, let's see. Yada yada, 3 puncture wounds, blah blah, candle holder. No way, that's what they used? Crazy.
Precisely. The wounds were inflicted just as Eustace says.
Yada yada. Blah,
Dude, I
blah.
love Eustace. He has so much personality in his speech.
I know, it's so good. Didn't know that was an Edgeworth game? Yeah, he got 2 games all to himself. Because he's stuck out. And Apollo Justice only got 1. SMH my head.
Don't remind me!
You gotta I think you gotta play as him in like a few of the episodes in the next 2 games.
I mean, yeah, probably, but like, oh, I love him so much. I'm so sad.
I know. That's why they're from. She was stabbed just by a 3-armed candelabrum.
And you're sure the stabs to the chest were the cause of death? There's no doubt about that.
None. One of the spikes of the candelabrum even pierced the victim's heart. See, I said it. I said it this time. And unless you just call Dr. Hurt's professional opinion into question, we can only treat that as a fact.
The coroner's opinion backing up my own winning ones. Now that's what I call a flawless victory.
Well, I'm certainly not about to ignore the coroner's findings.
Hey, what about my findings? You can't just ignore them.
But if the cause of death really was the puncture wounds to the chest from the candelabrum, that would seem to contradict one of the pieces of evidence we've gathered.
He's not just ignoring my findings, he's ignoring me. Do something, Gavèlle.
Must have been the wind. As you wish. At the very least, I will ensure that he cannot ignore my own conclusions.
This is a funk fetcher. I'd beat him in a verbal and physical fight. Don't do that to him. He doesn't deserve it. He deserves the guy.
He deserves like a strawberry coated in chocolate. Just one.
I was gonna say he
Like,
deserves
you
to
get
get his
a tummy
hand
ache.
stepped on, but nothing more.
What? You guys are so mean. I
No,
think
like,
he deserves a
sometime-
little nudge to the like what Edgeworth does, where he like nudges him to like you're very off of the mark actually.
That's what I mean. Like you like kind of like grind your foot on his foot type deal.
Oh, like you're at a restaurant, he says something stupid.
Yeah, like, you gotta go-
slam your foot on his like.
Ah! That kind of thing. Anyone could
I
survive.
love you. I'm so happy we got to like decide on Eustace's voice. It's my favorite. It's my favorite voice you've done.
But the victim may not necessarily have died instantly. I think you can say that much at least.
Perhaps. But she would surely not have lived for longer than a few moments either.
So there are people who could survive even if you stab them in the chest?
Sure, there might be, and there might not be too.
So which is it?
Trust me, there are not. And in case you're still tempted to believe that there might be.
If you care to read the coroner's report, I'm sure you would change your tune.
Cause of death is a set of 3 puncture wounds on the left side of the chest inflicted by a candle holder.
Well done for reading, Mr. Edgeworth. The report forms the basis of my own conclusions.
In other words, if I disprove what it says, I disprove your conclusions too.
You have this strange sense of humor, but I wouldn't mind seeing you try. However, before you do, I would advise you to read the report very carefully. After all, I am not interested in your opinions, only in solidly grounded deductions.
Very well, you shall have my deductions.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Don't worry, Kay. Everything will be all right. Need to find something to prove that the victim was still alive and breathing immediately after the attack.
I feel like she wants to
can't.
say something.
Hmm?
I feel like she wants to say something.
Maybe.
If I can't, Kay's fate will be sealed.
All right. Let me just take a quick gander at the evidence we got here. The first thing that rings a bell is the victim's letter. Let me just take a quick peeky over here. All right. Sometime late last night, 3 puncture wounds on the left side of the chest inflicted by a candle holder. Victim also severed hand during post-mortem. The prominent burn mark on the back of victim's right hand. That's probably from the candle holder, if I had to guess. Left side of chest. See, here's what I was thinking. What if the candelabrum was lit when she was stabbed? So instead of those being like 3 puncture holes, I don't know. This is stupid. Never mind.
That was such a quick, like you just missed your own theory so quick.
I was like, it's stupid. I'm not even gonna bother. The only thing I'm thinking is like the letter is like, but I think we kind of figured out that it wasn't in our pocket to begin with. What the? Hello, random fly that just wanted to fly in from, I don't know, the ether. I don't know why. I've been finding these like weirdly stiff flies in my room, and I don't know where they're coming from. Hold on. Let me just give me 1 second. Hello.
Alright. Well.
Anyway,
La 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 la.
in the trash it goes. No, but like their bodies are like stiff as a pebble, and I'm like, what the hell, man? Mutant ass flies.
Tough ass flies.
Like they're like little stones in my hand. I don't understand. They're like weirdly slow and unaware. Maybe they're not flies, but they're like ants. I don't even make sense. What ant would, whatever. That's the ringleader's appearance. That would be stupid. Did no one ever do a blood test on the candelabrum? Is that just something we like forgot? On the victim's hand. So let me just confirm here. This is where the heart is, right? Okay, yeah.
Well, he stated something that like the murder weapon or something was like contradictory, right? Wasn't it like the fact with like the paper in her chest, like
Yeah, no, that's what I was
pocket in her
thinking
chest or
too.
something?
But I feel like we concluded that this was planted, but I'm tempted to present it anyway.
Well, hold on.
But here's the other thing. I'm thinking
let me see.
Go
Let me
ahead.
see. Can we like examine some of these
what do you want to examine?
further? I want to look at the hood, or yeah, I want to look at the pictures. Anything with the red. Okay.
I can't do anything with this. Here's my thought process. If she was stabbed in the heart.
Oh. Well, okay, actually, you might say the same thing. I was gonna say, there's blood on the red raincoat on the hood, according to the description of the red raincoat. That doesn't add up to this testimony of her being stabbed in the heart. Because why would there be blood? That means that she got struck over the head. Or something got struck over the head. I think we should press the statement to the statement that we're currently on. Because I don't know
Okay,
the statements.
here was
Trust me, I'm a
ahead.
winner.
Well, here's my thought process. My thinking is if she died nearly instantly, right? Like she didn't live for a few moments, there's no way she could have put on the whole ass hood. Like she wasn't like,
guess.
I'm about to die. Oh, hold on.
But I think maybe what if she was wearing the thing first and then received a blow to the back of her head, which is why there's blood.
Yeah,
on
but
the back of the
that my
hood,
point is
and
that
then suffered a stab wound.
yeah, no, but the thing is the stab wound would have to also be on the coat if she wore it when she died.
You could, but if she's knocked out, you could just take that off her.
What? So you're saying she got knocked out then died? We know the head wound is post-mortem.
Do we know it's postmortem? Because I don't think it was ever mentioned in general. No? Oh.
Yeah.
But doesn't that contradict what her testimony then?
How so?
Because of the head wound?
Why? I'm like, I want to know. I'm confused.
Because why would she suffer a head wound and then a stab wound?
Again, stab wound first, head wound second. I don't think she doesn't talk about the head wound at all.
Yes, but like, that's because this is being assumed that the head wound was after the murder.
No, it is
right?
after the murder.
Okay, but have you considered that the coroner's report could be wrong?
Then we have to find evidence that this proves the coroner's report is wrong. Or proves that the coroner's
Which is the red raincoat on this statement.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I think my reasoning is correct. She couldn't have put
me
on
and
the coat.
Edriff are gonna side. Trust me.
Alright,
Trust me. I know many.
Okay, we are right about the raincoat regardless.
We?
Yes, we both agreed that the raincoat. You just didn't hear anything I said. You were too focused on yours. What are you hurrying about? We both agreed. I'm gonna lose it.
Chairman Winner, you know what this is, of course.
The red raincoat. That's right. Isn't it, Verity?
Yes, sir. The one Miss Ringer was wearing. I warn you, Mr. Edgeworth. You will not be thanked for retreating old ground
Retreating.
here.
Well, I'm afraid I might have to regardless. Now then, if you'll answer me this, Judge Gavèlle. You told us that the victim's bloodstains were found on the coat. But do you remember where exactly they were found?
Of course, they were found on the hood and... No.
Wait. What's the matter, Verity?
The hood and... Was blood found anywhere else on the raincoat?
No, it was not.
Doesn't that strike you as odd? The victim died of stab wounds to the chest. Wouldn't that lead one to expect to find bloodstains in that area?
What I was saying.
That's what I was saying! What do you...
But then that also conjoins to
we're
what I was
both
saying.
right. We're both right.
But to extend your knowledge, wish you were like, no, the head wound happened first, and then the stab
No, the
wound
head
happened
wound
later.
did not happen first! We have evidence! Oh my god!
She could be wrong.
It's the coroner's report!
She's sketchy.
Okay, listen, she's annoying. She's not sketchy.
You can make mistakes. You can make mistakes.
Listen, okay, let's see what happens. Because again, we can still both be right here.
Yeah. And the moment I'm right, you're gonna be like, fine.
Yeah, no, I'll be like,
give
well
it
put,
to
like,
you.
good job. But like, also, like, I don't personally see how the raincoat having blood on the hood makes this not like post-mortem. Like, in my brain, what I'm thinking is like, she got stabbed, bled out, and then collapsed because she's dead and got the head wound. Which makes like total sense in my brain. What do you mean? I'm gonna lose my mind.
Wouldn't that lead one to expect to find bloodstains in that area?
But pause. If she fell over, why would the blood stain be like on the back of the like? Is it on the back, on the inside of the hood,
That's
or
what I'm
the
thinking.
outside of the hood?
I'm understanding this as it's on the inside of the hood.
Oh,
But it could, I mean,
understand.
I could be wrong and it's on the hood.
I don't know where it is, but I'm like, if she fell over, I don't think she would have bled. You know?
What are we,
Is
she
she
would
wearing
go
the
from
hood?
standing straight to, and
Right,
smashing her
right,
head
but
into the ground.
We don't know how she fell. Falling perfectly.
I don't think she bled out video game style, like, remember me.
Right, but sorry, it's because okay, whatever. I don't think so because I'm thinking of like the stupid black and white cutscene that she's laying forwards and not backwards.
What do you mean leaning
Whatever.
forwards?
She's on the floor forwards, not backwards.
But I'm not saying she fell over like a domino. I'm saying she
Right,
fell on
but
her side.
If it was post-mortem, but she fell on her front, according to Kay, or the picture that we get, or the flashback. I'm just saying, if she fell backwards, that would make more sense.
I'm not. Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. Let's continue.
And yet, there was blood only on the hood. That's a glaring contradiction if I ever saw one.
Thank you, Edward.
The head wound the victim suffered wasn't just some incidental injury. It was inflicted before the stab wounds to her chest.
I concede.
Perhaps you are correct. Perhaps the victim did sustain the head injury first.
As you said, If she had been stabbed first, there would be blood in the chest area of the raincoat.
Thought we were seeing the raincoat.
Therefore, Miss Ringer cannot be stabbed before the head injury had been inflicted on her.
Okay.
But even if we were to concede to this point, that the head injury came before the chest wound, what difference would it make? How does it change our understanding of the case?
I'd say it changes things a great deal. In fact, it raises an even more fundamental contradiction.
It was quite a bold claim, Mr. Edgeworth. I have to admit, you have me intrigued. Perhaps you could show us this fundamental contradiction with some evidence.
Which piece of evidence best demonstrates the contradiction the order of the injuries revealed?
What,
The coroner's report.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Hurt's preliminary findings, according to which the victim suffered a head injury post-mortem.
But the order suggested by the bloodstain on the raincoat is...
Exactly the opposite, yes.
Bailiff, the court hereby...
What does that say?
Subpoenas, I think.
I'll search it up real quick. So, I feel like every time this happens, it ruins the entire mood of Rhett ordering
that's
a
okay.
person to attend a court.
I guess I had a chance to read a chat message I've been wanting to read.
Okay, okay.
How do you say?
Bailiff.
Is it subpoenas?
Yes.
This court hereby subpoenas Dr. Hilda Hertz to the committee chamber with all due haste.
I love how the evidence and profiles reflect their inner monologues, because Miles calls it Miss Hart's picture while Phoenix calls it Lotta's photo. Wait, I didn't even notice that. That's true. That's really cute. Anyway. Continue.
Until she testifies, this case cannot be brought to a close.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll go fetch her at once.
Unfortunately, Dr. Hertz is a very busy woman, and that she will be able to come immediately. In the meantime, there's another important angle I would like to explore. This beat's awesome. Frankly, something has been bothering me about the person at the heart of this case. Lotta, the so-called ringleader. Who exactly are they?
Yeah, good point. You never looked into that, huh?
Despite having been mentioned repeatedly in this hearing, we still don't know even the most basic facts that might help us uncover their identity. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any thoughts on the matter?
We see nothing that might serve as a clear evidence of the auctioneer's identity as of yet. But there's someone involved with the case that I can name. I suspect that at the very least, they might be able to point us in the right direction.
And that's...
Chairman
Sorry,
Winner!
Eustace.
I demand that you testify as to what you know.
My God, I don't know why my brain slowed halfway through the sentence.
Well, what? Are you crazy? Why would you accuse my dad?
This is getting very depressing.
You would cast doubt on the integrity of the chairman of the committee. Do you understand the implications of such an act?
I don't care who or what he is. We're talking about the truth here. And about a man who seems dead set on framing Kay at all costs. The mask, corsage, ticket stub, and everything else. The items Kay was carrying when she was found. They were deliberately placed in her possession somehow. By Chairman Winner himself.
A shocking accusation, and one I find hard to believe. But for the sake of the completeness, I must ask. Why would he do such a thing?
To cast suspicion on Kay, of course. Why else? I even managed to get him to say something to that effect.
Chairman Winner, your rebuttal, please.
I think the good chairman might be in shock.
So what if I did?
Did you hear me, dear boy? I said, so what if I did?
You say you got me to admit as much. Well, where's your proof? With no witnesses to speak of, your word alone is hardly enough to make an accusation like that stick. What do you mean to tell us that you have something more to base your outburst on?
He still has the arrogance he showed back at the detention center, and yet...
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm going to have to ask you to explain yourself. If it's all right, Mr. Chairman.
Not at all. I'll be very interested to hear this for myself. I'm intrigued to learn where Miles might have gotten the idea that I'm some sort of criminal. Because you'll never find a more fine and upstanding citizen than myself. He has a lot of nerve, acting all innocent like that. Very well, let's start at the very beginning. The fact that the auction took place right here in this hollowed trial chamber is a point of suspicion. The location that should, by rights, only be accessible to members of the committee.
Yeah, they all have key cards to the room after all.
I want to say something, but I'll wait if you want.
Furthermore, these auctions seem to be held on somewhat regular. Oh my god, I had a stroke. You know what? Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I like the parallel between Edgeworth and Eustace a lot. From Edgeworth losing their mentor / father, and Eustace having to realize that the person who's trained him all his life, although treating him badly, might be a bad person. And the fact that Edgeworth, while under Von Karma, was under the thing of he has to win, and that's all that matters, and not the truth, and Eustace having the same thing. Their parallels are very nice, and Edgeworth having that. I don't know. I feel like he's bringing himself to justice, and especially with how I almost called him John Abe Lincoln, Gregory. Especially with how Gregory was brought up, I feel like the very aspect of family is such like an important thing in this game. I'm gonna cry.
Furthermore,
Anyways, that's all.
no, it's okay. These auctions seem to be held on a somewhat regular basis, and for that to be possible,
There can only be one winning explanation.
that's right, Mr. Widow. That the auctioneer is a member of the committee.
What? No!
Oh, what on earth is wrong now?
What do I do, Dad? I played right into his hands. me when Eustace steps on a mousetrap.
Help.
Oh, you did indeed, you utter nitwit. But Miles, my boy, you do realize that you've cast quite the wide net with your explanation.
That's true. There are 11 members of the committee altogether. 10 given Miss Ringer's unfortunate passing. 10 potential suspects in total.
Well, it certainly isn't me. And it can't be the chairman, can it?
Whoever it is, speak up right now.
Calm down, all of you, please. Well, Miles, is that all the proof you've got against me? You're very quiet all of a sudden. But it's too late to back out now. You accuse a former chief prosecutor and current committee chairman of a crime. Ugh. I would tell you to prepare for the worst. But there's no preparing for what you're about to face.
That's cool as fuck.
Know your place. Been forcing us to argue over every little detail for a while now. Well, the murder happened, the order of the victim's injuries, some other things I can hardly even remember. But you needn't have bothered, my boy, because it's all irrelevant in the end. Think about it. The suspect herself has already said she did it. That's all that matters at the end of the day, and her sentence will be lighter for it. So rejoice.
Instead of 2 life sentences, it's only 1. Yippee!
And there you have it. Feel free to pick holes in it as you see fit. How can I when that was barely a testimony to begin with?
That man is a very powerful person, isn't he?
It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. Please just let it go. I did it. I'm the murderer. I even remember doing it.
You saw a flashback of something half remembered, Kay. Nothing more. If you must believe in something,
It's the truth.
believe me when I say you should believe in your own innocence instead.
But
I'm up against the head of the committee here. This isn't going to be easy. He seems to think he's already won. Perhaps I can use that against him. Rebuttal. Know your place. Bam, 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 bam. Even if the broad strokes are correct, it doesn't make something true.
Oh, don't be such a stick in the mud. I'd say the bigger picture is more than enough here. After all, every case has its little inconsistencies and contradictions. If we let ourselves get bogged down in every single one, we'd never make any arrests. And once we did, the trials would drag on forever. Even you understand that, right?
Not in the slightest. Hence my inquiry into the details.
Oh, to be so young and pig-headed. Anyway, you keep digging into these little details.
No matter happened, the order of the victim, injury, some other things I hardly even remember. I seem to recall the ringleader's identity and the faulty coroner's report being critical points of contention.
Yes, I was listening, my boy. But critical is a matter of opinion.
How can you possibly suggest that such a fundamental issues are not important?
That's such fun. I can't even. My God.
Perhaps it's your ability to make sound judgments that should be on trial here today.
Ho ho ho. Bravo, my young hothead. Wonderfully cutting stuff. You do like to try, though, don't you?
Don't bother, my boy. It's all irrelevant at the end. There's no way any of what we discussed today is irrelevant, not unless you intend to bury the truth.
But none of it is relevant, dear boy. The only reason you keep trying to make it relevant is because otherwise, you're up a creek without a paddle.
Think about it. The suspect herself has already said she did it. Just because she confessed to something doesn't make it the truth. Kay is suffering from amnesia, so any statement she makes should be taken with at least a grain of salt.
Even so, it doesn't exactly solve anything for us, does it, my dear boy? And it would be nonsensical to dismiss a confession outright. I tell you what, why don't we ask her one last time? No, I'm sure she'd just say she did it again.
Fine, let's do it. Let's ask her again. We'll see if she really believes herself to be the culprit.
Huh? You mean me?
Oh, that's so good.
What? What did I miss?
At the start of this statement, like before we go into the rebuttal, Edgeworth reminds her to believe in her innocence.
Aww.
And now it's brought up again in the press. That's so cool.
Is this really what you want, Mr. Edgeworth? If it goes badly, I would significantly weaken your position.
I know, but there's no other way. I only request that I be the one to question her.
You really know how to tug at an old man's heartstrings, you know. All 0 of them. But fine, ask away. On one condition. If this turns out to be a waste of time, that's it. We'll call the proceedings to an end, then and there. Agreed.
Call the proceedings to an end? You mean the hearing?
Yes, dear boy, that's right. Perhaps you aren't a complete muddlehead after all. Now, just so we're clear, if we ask again, and all that happens is the court confirms her guilt. She is officially declared guilty on the spot. Yes, that sounds like a great plan if I do say so myself.
That's it. You just declare her guilty just like that.
That's the gist of it.
It's a big risk. He's going to find a way to condemn her either way if we don't do something. Kay,
Yes?
I know it's a lot to ask, but I need you to think. Do you remember anything else about what happened on the day of the murder? Anything that might help us prove your innocence?
Why are you still fighting, Mr. Edgeworth? It's no use. I can't be of help to you. I'm sorry. I'm too scared to try and remember anymore. What if I remember something even worse? And if I did, I'd just be making more trouble for you.
I mean, it can't get any worse.
Please just accept it. Like how you thought you knew it was a dangerous criminal.
Oh, wait. Stretchy stretch. This episode's been great. Welcome back.
The criminal who let you down and betrayed your trust.
Don't worry, Kay. You have nothing to be afraid of. I may not have known you for very long, but I know you well enough.
my god, this thing.
And right now, I'd say I know you better than you know yourself. You would never commit a murder. You can never. Because this is who you really are. Take that. You're the great thief, Yatagarasu. A noble ally who would never stoop so low as to kill.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. Because all I can see is the one memory that's returned. I have to face it.
No, the only evidence of your guilt is the confession they forced out of you. As I said earlier, you have to believe that you're better than that. Or are you saying you don't believe a word of what I've been telling you?
No, it's not that. You're trying so hard to help me. And you're asking so much for me. It's too much. You have to stop. I'm begging you.
Ah, so that's what's going on. I thought it was strange, but now I see. The reason you're allowing yourself to be railroaded into accepting your fate is because of me, isn't it? Which is exactly what the K I know would have done.
You're a good person, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not. I don't plan on becoming one anytime soon. Because despite all your wishes to the contrary, I'm still trying to help you. So you see, I've really been servicing my own ego, regardless of what I've put you through. Now, let's try this again. See the good in yourself, Kay. Remember the noble thief you truly are. That memory of you committing the murder, you need to question it with all you have. That's all I ask. So please, do it for me. Kay!
What's wrong? Did you remember something?
Oh, it'd be like some cliche movie plot if she did.
A cow.
This is great.
Moo.
No, this is great for so many reasons. Surely you understand that.
I'll click in a second. Don't worry.
A cow?
Come on, Doopy.
Oh, they don't click later. It's probably something.
Can I tell
It's
you?
probably something with the ice cream stand or something. I don't know.
Oh, can I tell you?
No, let me figure it out. It's probably more satisfying if I do. Let me look through the evidence.
Okay.
Is it in the evidence somewhere and I'm just stupid, or is it like
Oh
a
my
detail that I?
God. There's no way you hovered over it and you were like, wow.
What? Oh.
You stopped on it and you were like, maybe it's in the evidence somewhere. And I'm like, oh, brother.
Shut up. I said it would take a second.
It really did take a few.
All right, let me have my
Winner,
wiener
you
moment.
Babysitter.
Shut up.
Someone keep up with your intellect, winner.
Anyway, this is your line.
Mr. Edgeworth, if you could, perhaps ask her for a few more details.
Well, Kay, what can you tell us about this cow?
I remember now. The person in the red raincoat. She had it in her hand. A stuffed cow. I could see it so clearly now.
Are you sure?
Are you sure, Miss Faraday? Are you absolutely certain?
Yes, I'm sure.
And this court acknowledges the defendant's latest statement as a new testimony.
Have you lost your mind, Verity? We can't accept testimony like this.
With all due respect, Mr. Chairman, information pertaining to the victim and her possessions is...
New and highly relevant evidence.
They're finishing each other's sentences.
Need I
This is
remind you of the
awesome.
adult state of her memory? No. This simply won't do.
Adult. But if we claim our memory is unreliable now, then our argument is weakened some. You said it yourself only a few minutes ago. But thanks to the suspect's confession, we need not worry ourselves to the finer details. Did you not?
Oh, that's so cool. He's trying to get his lighter back online.
We called the validity of her memories into question. Were we to? Then we must also call in question the confession on which our entire argument is based. Is that really the most advisable course of action?
Yes, you're right. Proceed as you see fit then.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We're still in the game, only by the skin of our teeth. And only thanks to Judge Gavèlle's intervention. It's almost as if she was on our side for a second.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, the stuffed animal.
I believe the cow in question is this thing here, Your Honor. We found it in the storeroom, and believe it is yet another auction lot.
Wait, that's...
Do you know something, Gavèlle?
No, it's just, not what I imagined.
Suppose it is a rather odd thing for the victim to have been carrying. Should look it over carefully.
Is there any funnier spots
Look
to
at his little
investigate?
butt.
No shot. Okay, what do you want to look at first? You have the horn, the hole,
There's
and the
the
butt.
flower petal on the main of the thing.
Oh shit. Truth new. Well, I could have sworn we could have done something with the butt. Am I crazy? No. Okay. Wait. Okay, that's the horn. We'll do horn, hole, butt. I mean, flower.
Cornhole butt.
The right horn seems intact, but I can't say it's doing much for the overall symmetry of this stuffed toy.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, it moves.
It does.
Sounds like a sand being crushed.
It seems there's a recording device hidden inside.
And I'm assuming this is the killer, so I'm just gonna. Can I just
Go ahead.
assume it's who we think it is?
Yeah.
I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself. I've waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge.
Could this be the moment of the murder?
Someone made a recording of it.
Man, I want to do the rest of the stuff. Whatever. Broken plushie, fitted with a recording device that captured part of a conversation. One of the people recorded had a prominent burn. Updated my organizer.
Dude, the foreshadowing of the burn on her hand and his lighter.
Ah, that's so good. That's so good.
Anyway, this is your
Hey, that's them right there. Them's voices I heard. Sure as eggs is eggs.
Unfortunately, we have no way of verifying when these voices were recorded. It's possible they have nothing to do with the murder. If only there was some accompanying video footage.
You got bugs in your ear or something, lady? I done told you. Them's the voices I heard. And we already know the victim's holding that thing, right? So she's gonna be from where she got it from. God. Yeah.
Yes, it's a possibility. But a weak one without more than your word to back it up. We need something more. Something credible.
We need. And again, she seems to be stepping in to help. Judge Gavèlle, I think we all know the voices are from the moment of the murder. Consider for a moment the words we heard one of the speakers say. I knew it was you from the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. I believe you have something that could explain what these words are referring to and how it's all related. She's evidence proves that the voices are from when the murder occurred.
I'm assuming we're talking about the coroner's report again, because it's got the image with the burn mark. Am I cookie crazy?
I mean, if it talks about it.
Take that!
The coroner's preliminary findings. How do they prove anything?
Indeed, one of this page shows the voices must have been from the time of the murder.
We can do the picture, really, guys? Just gonna
This is hype as fuck, by the way.
click. This is okay. There you go, burned.
Think again on the words we heard. This part in particular sticks out of my mind. You can't hide that burn from me. The victim had a prominent burn mark on the back of her right hand.
And what of it?
According to Kay's testimony, the victim was carrying the stuffed cow toy, and a burn mark, an identifying mark unique to the victim, was mentioned on the recording it captured.
Ha! It's just a coincidence. Stuff like that happens all the time, right?
I'm not sure if that it does, especially not in this case, Eustace. The court accepts the scoring maybe from the time of the murder.
No one's considering how Eustace is gonna feel in a few seconds.
In which case, one of the two voices must belong to the real culprit. And based on the content of the conversation, it seems likely that it's the one we hear the most.
But that still doesn't tell us anything about the killer's true identity, or even if they're male or female.
Due to the voice changes, correct. Unfortunate, but unavoidable.
One thing, however, has become clear. We're not able to say that the voices Miss Hartwell were those of Miss Ringer and her killer.
Just like I done told you they was.
Ugh, I hate people.
We can say something else now, too.
Then let's hear it. That is, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman.
I love this sprite and how much they made it work. Do as you wish.
According to Miss Hart, just before the murder occurred, two people came up to the storeroom from the committee chamber on the elevator. The ringleader and one of the auction attendees. It seems this was the point at which money exchanged hands. The murder happened immediately afterward. The auction carried on after that. All of which points to one key fact. What does this latest revelation tell us?
Sorry, the Miss Ringer was the killer. Let me just yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm not crazy.
Since the ringleader was the auction's sole auctioneer, then it follows that they cannot be the victim.
Hey, Gavèlle!
Not right now, Eustace. There's a good boy.
Oh my god.
And if they weren't the victim, then they can only have been the killer.
A compelling argument, but hardly conclusive.
I am fully aware of that, Your Honor. I was really warming up for the main event.
Please, you're so close to your beard.
There were certain traces left on the scene that seemed to suggest that the ringleader was the killer.
Then please hurry up and show us.
What is something that was placed on the scene that points to the ringleader as having been the killer?
Give me a moment. I'll think of it in a second.
Dun, dun. The ringleader being the killer. Would it be the... Maybe I'm stretching a little too hard there. Is auction... I'm looking for a place... Would it be the locked... am I crazy for thinking it's the locked box? Or the closed box? Like, do you see where I'm coming from, or am I insane?
No, go ahead. Tell me your
Okay,
reasoning.
since the auctioneer is like the person that has like control or whatever of all these items, right? Lada testified that the box was initially locked when she saw it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we did find blood inside of the box, you know, indicating that the body was placed in there to hide it. Because, you know, we know the auction continued afterwards, which means more people came out the elevator into the room and didn't see a body, right?
Okay.
So, the most likely explanation for why the box was unlocked after Lada saw it only a few minutes before the murder happened was because the auctioneer was the person who opened the box, the person who was, you know, most likely to have the key to the box. Am I crazy?
Mm,
Or is that too much
I
of a
think-
stretch?
I think.
You think I'm crazy?
Like, that's a good. No, I don't think you're crazy. I think this is good. I think it's the evidence next to it.
What, really?
Yes, because here's my argument.
Okay.
To leave blood behind would erase the existence of the thing of the storage room upstairs, masking away the ringleader entirely.
Oui, oui?
Yeah, we mean.
So I think it's a sunfish. What do you think?
You've been right. You've been very right today. So I'll entertain yours first.
It's putting me on the spot, you know.
The killer deliberately left a large pool of blood at the foot of the Goddess of Justice statue. It was due to that blood that we originally thought the murder had happened in this chamber. But it was simply a ruse, designed to cover up the blood that had dripped down from the storeroom.
In order to conceal the existence of the underground auction, correct?
Correct. If the culprit had nothing to do with the auction, they would have had no reason to cover up that blood. Which further supports the theory that the ringleader and the killer were one and the same.
And as to the identity of the ringleader, do you have anyone you'd like to name?
The auction is always held in this committee chamber, and with its storeroom located just overhead. So at the very least, we know the murderer's ringleader has some connection to the committee. Yes, I'm pointing at you.
Yes, yes. And you suspect me, correct?
As the committee's most powerful member, that should hardly be a surprise, right?
You're a fine prosecutor. That much I'll give you. But as I think I may have mentioned already, you're also hopelessly naive. You've got nothing, dear boy, have you? No evidence whatsoever. Unless you've got something to share after all.
No. Do I have any evidence to show that Chairman Winner is the murderer?
Do I? Do I?
don't think we do. This
Really?
feels like one of those catches where you have to say, I don't.
Because it's in your hand. Some shit like that.
I don't think we have anything here. Plus, if we show him anything, I don't know.
I'm just like looking through to see if there's like some kind of jump in or some kind of logic I can connect. But I really don't think there is ultimately.
It just feels like one of those moments where you gotta say no.
Yeah.
It was Chairman Winner himself who brought up the fact that I suspected him. He seemed confident right from the get-go that he's untouchable, which means he knows. He knows I have nothing.
Ho ho ho. Well, Miles, my boy, time to pay the piper. I've always wanted to say that. Verity,
his abs.
he's all yours.
Wait. Dang it, I just remembered something.
Huh? Did you have amnesia too?
No, it just came to me. Flash of inspiration, you know how it is.
Very well. Say your piece.
What are you doing, Verity?
Mr. Edger has made it clear that he won't give up until every last lick of hope has been extinguished. So extinguish we must, lest he try to drag us through the excruciating process again in the future.
Yeah, what she said. I don't quite get it, but it sounded pretty cool. Don't worry, Dad. I'll help Gavèlle bring this to a winning finish. We'll show them how wrong they are.
Fine. Let's see what the witness has to say.
Exactly. Your demise was believing in Eustace and saying that we got you off.
You're the chairman, Miss Hart. If you would be so kind.
Well, alright then. Shucks. Well, here goes nothing.
The facts, Miss Hart, and nothing but the facts, please.
Oh my god, he said that once, he said it again! Oh my god! Wait,
Don't you worry your pretty little head on that front. I'm a journalist. Trump's my middle name.
Exaggeration is your middle name, but sure. whatever.
Sometimes.
Calling me officially worried.
so this ringleader is the killer, right? Which makes the victim one of my auction goers.
Thing is, that don't add it up. I counted 11 people coming down that hatch, see?
Hello, Joseph.
Then the murder happened, and then the auction started back up again. Now, I had me a look back downstairs right after that.
No.
And when you know it, there were 11 little duckies all lining up in a row again.
What the hell?
How?
And you're sure of this, Miss Hart?
Sure as sure can be. Your Gavèlle saw him with my tone two peepers. Gavèlle
So 11 before the murder and 11 again right after means... Wait, that's a thingy.
A contradiction, Eustace. Do try to keep up.
I love it.
That's a thingy.
I love him so much. Can I adopt him? Can he be my son? He is my son now.
That's a thingy, man. I'm gonna lose my mind. Miss Hart, nothing really changed at all.
I done told you already. They carried right on again like nothing ever happened. Oh, save for it wasn't much, but
What is it?
well, that little mallet doodad. You can't have yourself an auction with that one.
A gavel?
Kind of like that Missy's over there got, but you know, a little different.
The auctioneer's hammer.
Yeah, that's the bunny.
It's the judge?
No! Oh my god!
I done heard that thing banging and clang right through the way within nothing, just like that.
So the noise of the hammer stopped midway through. Could it have something to do with the murder?
Miss Hart's statement. Miss Hart's observation about what happened during the mysterious auction. I updated my organizer. Oh god, I'm so confused. Okay, so that means someone else took over auctioneering? So maybe Miss Ringer was the ringleader? But like not really? It would also make sense because Hart didn't say that the ringleader's outfit changed. So it's possible that good old Excelsius over here was like, let me give myself a change of clothes. I'm all muddied. And changed up.
Kill him.
Idea.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Dude, I'm craving like a sandwich. Not a burger, like a sandwich. And it
They're
has
two
to
different
have
things.
like yeah, I know, but I'm craving a sandwich and I'm craving like pesto on it.
Just go place the order. Kidding.
Can you buy it for me? Buy me pesto sandwich.
What, do you want me to DoorDash you?
I don't know.
Anyway, this is your line.
Would you let me like that?
If that's what Miss Hart is telling us is true, we have something of a problem. I'm merging my layers, namely that if the victim's neither auctioneer nor one of the attendees.
Hold on. Ugh. I'm gonna put this to Charg. There you go.
Then your entire theory cannot stand, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ugh.
Chalk one up for justice. Eat that, Edgeworth.
Oh, Eustace. You know it's never over.
No. The more he talks, the more we get to contradict.
I know.
See, Mr. Edgeworth, there really was nothing we could do.
Listen, a contradiction. We get past those, Pookie. We're
Dude,
stronger
we've gone
than that.
through a billion fucking contradictions, and now you have an objection to this. Come
No,
on, Kay.
there must be something we're overlooking. Something we still don't have an explanation for. I just need to think. If I can't, Kay is...
Cornor.
All right, kids. Do we finally have all our answers now? If so, then I expect you to make good on your...
Hold it. One moment, sir. I worry that it might still be a little early to pass judgment. After all, we have one more matter yet to resolve.
Dude, I love how she's playing, like, not clueless, but as if she doesn't know the information that he's very much a guilty party. So she's always on his side, but that's, like, bringing him to his downfall.
She's playing by the book in the most, like, you know...
She's playing by the book the way he would want to, and because she's, like, unaware that he would have been guilty, right? Quote unquote. And it's, like, funny, because that's probably what he would have wanted. She's like, we need to make sure we get all the information out of him, right? Like, if she didn't know she was... Oh, I disconnected my tablet. If she didn't know he was guilty, she would have said the same thing, and he would have, like, dismissed it. But because he knows he's guilty, he has to concede and be like, okay, sure, we gotta do it.
you mean?
Concede. Yeah, whatever. Same thing.
Also,
Until we do, we cannot
Claim complete and total victory.
for Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Quite alright. Is it not so, Mr. Edgeworth? Frankly, I expected you to have raised your voice by now. Aloud, hold it, perhaps? Is this flattering?
Yes, of course. I was just getting to that. Once again, she's rescued us from the jaws of defeat.
Very well. Let's get this over with, shall we? What is this one matter that still remains?
Why, the contradiction in the coroner's report, sir.
That's...
I'm back with the witnesses, Your Honor. Oh yeah, we got these guys back.
Oh, no, my voice.
What's this all about? Why'd you call us back down here? Did somebody suddenly fall ill? I'll have compressed ready in 2 shakes of ow! This better be good. If someone else dropped dead, well, they might have soon wished they had.
I love them. They're great.
Dr. Hertz, Miss Needler, welcome for coming on. Why did I say welcome? Thank you for coming on such a short notice. Let me assure you this won't take long.
Quit trying to butter me up for what cut your checks, will ya?
Of course. We summoned you here to confirm something.
What is Gavèlle up to?
Dr. Hertz, this court asks you to provide unabridged truth regarding the following. Did you stand by your preliminary findings? Can you vouch for their complete and total accuracy?
Grandma doesn't make mistakes, ever!
That's strange.
Huh? What do you mean?
In the course of this trial, an error was indeed found in her report. And so I ask again for the truth, Dr. Hertz. Did you alter, tamper with, or any way falsify your findings?
What if it was the evil guy who altered it behind her back and handed us the
Excelsius, you
report? Yeah, the report's just wrong. I don't know.
Could be possible.
Awful! How can you even say that? What are you asking me for? Why the heck would you? I wanted you dead.
Tell the true culprit, of course.
As if I know anything about all that. I just know I didn't have to do anything of the sort.
Then that seems doubly strange.
Doubly.
Doubly. What other explanation would there be for the discrepancy in your report? Mr. Edgeworth? I wonder if you might have any thoughts on the matter. It's not like you to be so coy, I must say.
Why does she keep taking charge and helping me? I still don't know what she's trying to do, but I'll happily take what I can get. If everything was recorded accurately, and then handed off to Mr. Witter according to protocol, then the report shouldn't contain any mistakes.
But wait! For the record, I didn't do anything in the report.
I guess we'll see, won't we? Dr. Hertz, perhaps you could begin with your side of the story.
Why are we aiming to? This is pointless.
I'll be the judge of what's pointless, thank you very much.
We have patients waiting back at the hospital. But ow! We really don't have time for this.
Will you please help us? I can't stress how important this is.
Grandma, let's just testify. But could you please make it quick? If we're not back soon, people will suffer.
And yet you had no qualms about taking your time and buying cotton candy the last time we saw you. We'll let you go as soon as we can, I promise. Assuming you tell us the truth, that is.
Hey, this is a 2v1. This ain't fair. A so-called mistake in the report.
There's no way there's a mistake in Grandma's report. No, not never. I've been dealing with that longer than you have, Sonny Jim. You're writing something wrong as likely as ow!
This is a really dumb testimony, so.
And what the heck you stand doctoring a file, huh? Don't make a lick of sense. That's all she has to say. Nothing funky here.
See? It's just as I thought. There's no chance the good doctor doctored her findings.
And you swear by the holy goddess that this testimony is true.
Of course, Grandma's never told a lie in her.
Your opinions are not necessary, Nurse Needler. Your grandmother is the subject of this inquiry, not you.
Not necessary. That's not fair. I'm the only report Grandma has. Go ahead and share any objection up from it, but you best be prepared then, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor.
Oh, I'm more than prepared. I'm ready to expose the truth behind the error in the report.
Rebuttal. A so-called mistake in the report. Okay. No, it is a mistaken grounds report, not never.
Hold it!
I love the notebook on his stream. Hi, hi.
Never. You're saying that Dr. Hertz is infallible.
Fallible, my god.
She has to be. The doctor can't afford to make mistakes. Even a veteran like Gavèlle would be out of a job if she messed up even once. There's no way she'd know if people would. I got a whole hospital relying on me. Might be you can bugler your working survive, mister, but I can't.
How are you today? I'm doing good. Can't complain. This game's been very fun. We love it, Tony here.
Hold it!
I can't believe we have to press this.
And you've really never made a single mistake in all that time.
Doctrine's all about experience. The longer you in at it, the better you get.
Huh. If only the same were true of prosecuting. Chairman Winner would be the best in the business.
My god.
But I think we can all agree that's not the case.
Oh, you really are devil, Miles. But you're also quite wrong. I never once made a mistake either. After all, I have people to do that for me. I'm too busy for foul-ups. And luckily for me, I don't have to make them. Isn't having people just grand?
Don't you go trying to make doctor and a lawyer and sound the same. They sound like they like. Nothing like, I tell you. Nope.
You're doing something wrong is about as likely as ouch.
Hold it!
The victim appears to have put this raincoat on after sustaining the head injury. And yet there was not a single drop of her blood in the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, she must have been hit in the head before she was stabbed in the chest, making it pre-mortem.
That's ow! I don't need you to teach me how to suck eggs, young man.
Who's sucking eggs, man?
Ah, dang report. Already says what you just said, don't it?
Objection!
Oh,
The report states that the head injury appears to have been sustained post-mortem, which is the exact opposite of what I just said.
No. Oh. Sure. I diligently dictated the report to Florence here, and she wrote it all down just like I said it.
Who is Florence?
her.
What? Oh, is it her
Isn't
name?
her name Florence Niebler?
Oh, it is. Huh. Forgot.
If something happened to her after that, we're nothing to do with me.
You dictated it. If you could please tell me more.
To the report to Florence. Anything after that, were nothing to do with me.
Hold it!
Just so we're on the same page, what were your conclusions regarding the body?
Well, like I said, ow! Sorry, it was, death from a good hard knock to the noggin.
Then you can say that for certain that knock happened, Dr. Hertz.
Pre-mortem, of course. Just what happened after the poor girl died. I told Florence that she wrote it right down. So that's what it says in my dang report.
Oh, no.
That may be what you told her, but I think we're finally getting to the truth. We'll get to the truth in a second, though. I want to see what the heck you have to say.
Hold it!
You may not have stood to gain anything from it, but what about your granddaughter?
Me? I don't stand anything to gain either. What? Never mind here. What about your little friend over there, She totally stand and gain something for sure. Look at you trying to accuse my sweet innocent Florence of wrongdoing. Yeah, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I wish you'd tell that to Chairman Winner.
Anyhow, nobody doctored that report, you hear? Nobody.
That's all she has to say. Nothing funky here.
Hold it!
Did anything stand out as strange to either of you when you were examining the body?
Let's see, huh? What's that, Grandma? Pretty strange young fellow showed up, that's for sure.
A strange man? Who?
Dressed like a damn fool, he was all frilly around the neck and such. And the biggest thing though, even though he thought he was an idiot boy about to get fired, he still insisted on messing around with my scene. That's right, talking about you, Mr. Ruffleneck Ruffian, Crimson City Keep.
Oh, Mr. Edgeruff is a ruffian and a creep?
Those are not words you need to commit to memory, Kay.
Doctor, it doesn't sound like she's lying.
No. But she only communicates to her granddaughter. Should probably try to make sure that Nurse Needle is being truthful too.
Anyway, oh wait. Okay, it is this. I'm just making sure. Here's your coroner's report, by the way.
Dr. Hertz, I'd like you to take a look at the report yourself, or for yourself.
Oh, I'm ready to out.
Oh,
Oh my god, wait, I just realized how goddamn thick her glasses are. She's got
seriously?
two
You didn't realize?
cylinders on her face.
I love her outfit, by the way.
Who?
Needler.
Really? How come?
I don't know. Cute.
I just like her big boing on her head.
It's just like very simple, but very cute. Very her.
Ow! That ain't what I said. That ain't what I said at all.
What? What do you mean exactly?
No, stop.
I love these two.
I don't know.
It's okay if you guys made a mistake. We're not gonna kill you for it. You two, that was a fictional character.
I can't say that. No.
Miss Needler, if you are attempting to bury Dr. Hertz's truth, I will gladly hear her confession myself on her behalf of the goddess of justice.
Dr. Hertz seemed to be telling Judge Gavèlle something in private.
What? I see. Very well. Allow me to relay everyone what you have just told me. Ain't no doubt about what I said. I dictated my findings to Florence, just like I told you I did. The fuddled-headed young man thing
thing.
must have wrote it down wrong or something.
Wow, that's a great impression.
Yes, but was it really necessary? So in summary, there was an error in the report. And it was all because of you, Nurse Needler.
True facts have now been shown to the head injury occurred prior to the chest wound. The question now, Miss Needler, is why did you introduce such an error?
Hold it. Just a minute, Verity. You make it sound as if the poor girl did it deliberately. For once, I'm on his side. That's crazy. Y'all making it out to like she did some like criminal
Dude,
action.
no,
She made a mistake,
no, this
man.
isn't okay. He's gonna blame it on Eustace so he gets out of here.
Whereas it seems she just made a little mistake. Pre-mortem, post-mortem, they're practically the same word, don't you think?
Except they mean two completely opposite things. This was deliberate, no doubt about it.
Really? Is it that implausible that she made a little mistake? She's like whispering in her ear. I can barely hear people when they whisper.
Hey, baby girl, let me whisper.
Okay, I heard that one.
Why would you want to change it? Exactly. Thanks, get out. You won't get away that easy. Spare yourself, young lady. But girl,
You submitted a falsified report, an act that led Kay to being accused for murder. You owe us an explanation.
Hey, but I can't tell you.
Not don't want to, but can't.
This is really rather unpleasant, don't you think? Ganging up on this poor, considerate girl who is only looking after her grandmother. She has nothing to do with anything. She simply made one tiny mistake. So why not leave it there?
Objection!
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Because the only person her testimony would hurt is you.
What on earth do you mean, my boy? Seeing as you're now a de facto ex-prosecutor, you're going to need to explain yourself better than that.
I'd be happy to. I'll even spell it out for you. Nurse Needler's role in this crime was very important because
She's a co-conspirator.
She is a real victim.
Nurse Needler doctored the report in order to cover for her accomplice.
Oh.
Oh, so she's a co-conspirator. This innocent young thing. Do share your grounds for making such a wild accusation, dear boy.
The murder couldn't have been committed by one person working on their own. Without at least two people, it wouldn't have been possible to.
Well, I mean, doctor the report for one. But I guess maintain the attendee numbers makes more sense. What are you thinking? Go ahead. Say it.
I'm thinking. I think it's the attendee number.
Yeah.
If the auctioneer was the murderer and the victim was one of the attendees, the fact that a witness testified to there being 11 attendees even after the murder doesn't make any sense.
Hey, watch it! Y'all gotta call my own good word into question now, too? Damn.
That's not what I meant. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm taking you at your word, which means there must be a co-conspirator.
I know it's hard, my boy, but sometimes you just have to accept that you were wrong.
Objection!
I wasn't wrong. I just hadn't considered the possibility of the killer having an accomplice. But as soon as we do, things start to fall into place. If the killer's accomplice returned to the auction room in place of the victim, there would indeed have been 11 attendees both before and after the murder.
Well, so that's your thinking, is it? It's certainly an intriguing theory. But surely the imposter would have been spotted right away.
I don't imagine that Nurse Needler looks strikingly different from the victim in build and stature. With the help of a mask, she could very easily have replaced Miss Ringer without anybody noticing.
Excuse the mistake.
Well, Nurse Needler, is that what happened? Did you take the victim's place at the auction?
I want to do something like.
Now tell us, the ringleader, who were they?
I can't tell you. I just can't. It hurt Grandma too. Ow! But Grandma, don't you worry about me. I can take it. You just tell me everything, child. Oh, but Grandma!
That was really cute. That's a really interesting way to have a breakdown.
So I was right. She was an accomplice.
Miss Needler, why?
Well, Miss Needler, can you explain yourself? I'm so fucking hungry.
Sorry.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Grandma, but I'm alright now.
Do you want to go grab a snack?
That's okay. It's okay. I confess it. I changed places with Miss Ringer.
So you admit that you were working with the ringleader?
Yeah, I was helping them. I don't know how, but they found out Miss Ringer was going to attack them.
The Cobra was going to be attacked by the victim.
Hold on. They seemed pretty sure that it was gonna happen that night, so they made a counter plan.
What's up?
I said hold on because I was trying to find something.
Oh.
They wanted to strike first. They wanted me to help them. I was told to go to the storeroom before the auction and wait there.
Hold on right there, Missy. I didn't see nothing, and my eyes don't lie. If you would have been there from the auction, I would have bumped right into you. I was there the whole way through, and you weren't there for a bit.
But I'm not lying.
Well, that's easy for you to say, but you were lying about altering that report only a few minutes ago. Oh, so now you're on our side.
I think we're all well aware of the number of potential hiding places in that storeroom.
Are we? What exactly are you trying to see our friend the nurse was hiding?
Nurse Needler hid here while she was waiting in the storeroom.
Now is the time for the box! I was
My tummy just went. I'm
Oh.
like, okay.
She hid it inside this clothes box.
Oh, she did she?
Huh? Well, it was there the whole time, even before I mossied on in.
Moseyed.
Whatever. But I done told y'all, it had them chains around it. Wanted to hide in there myself, really, but it was locked up tight, so I had to go elsewhere.
I imagine that's because Nurse Needler was already lying in there by the time you arrived.
We didn't want anyone to open it or it would have been blown our cover. So the ringleader told me to climb in and wait until the time for my part of the plan. And then we wrapped the whole box up in chains. I think they took the elevator downstairs not too long after. It was just before the auction was due start.
So as the auction was beginning, you and Miss Hart would have been the only people in the storeroom.
Yeah, I think so.
So this is Ringer and A is who? A is a auctioneer. Okay. Sorry.
The auction proceeded as it always did, until a certain customer came upstairs to complete a purchase. That was when the incident occurred. Miss Hart overheard the victim and the culprit exchanging words around then.
You?
Oh, this is hard.
Yeah.
You betcha. I was behind the statue there, shaking like a dang leaf the whole time.
In the middle of their quarrel, Miss Ringer was killed by the auctioneer. I imagine the auctioneer then carried Miss Ringer's body over to the clothes box,
Cornelia had to look at that shit up close.
from which Nurse Nelia emerged and swapped places with the victim, after placing Miss Ringer's body inside the box. Nurse Nelia's role was now to pretend to be Miss Ringer.
So my whole thing about the box from earlier was correct. Even if it wasn't directly related to what we were talking about at the time. Yippee. I mean, it was pretty obvious, but still.
The two of them then returned to the room below as if nothing had happened. Is that about some of what happened in the storeroom, Nurse Needler?
Yes, in fact, that's exactly what happened.
Let's go Edgeworth. W.
Hold up. So you just waltzed right back on in. Nobody noticed? This is two completely different people we're talking about. You're telling me you're not one of the other folks down there at the auction cottoned on?
Why would they? The other auctioneer goes had no reason to notice the difference when Nurse Needler entered because she had stolen the victim's clothes. As you've seen, Miss Ringer and Nurse Needler are about the same build. What's more, the auction rules required attendees to wear their masks at all times. If Nurse Needler was wearing the same clothes as Miss Ringer, nobody would have been any the wiser.
No, and they weren't. I ran Miss Ringer's clothes and ow! Love the poor child in her swallows. Love you no respect, girl.
Oh my god, wait, that's true. Oh. The clothing a dead body is like a different level of twisted. Ugh.
No, Grandma, I thought the same thing. It'd be nice to leave her like that.
So she gave her the raincoat, right?
Yeah. So when the ringling here wasn't looking, I put that raincoat on her.
She still wouldn't have any pants. Right? I guess it's just a suit. Never mind. Did they happen to have... No, I mean, there's matching pants with this outfit. Whatever, man.
So that's how Miss Ringer came to be wearing it. Thus, the auction was able to carry on as before.
Yes, the part where I caught the red raincoat on film just came after. Yeah, it must be. Then it all makes sense. Right after that, when I went over and looked downstairs, saw through the gap in the elevator. By me 11 happy little auction goers. I'm back snuck in my little hattie hole.
Don't tell me you were hiding back there the entire time after that.
Well, that is not exactly.
What is it? Did something happen?
So, maybe I have mentioned this before, but I fell asleep for a few weeks after that.
Could have brought like a, I don't know, man. Brought a coffee?
Well, passed out. Unconscious, you might say.
What? What happened?
Oh, nothing much. Kind of silly, really, but, there was a sudden loud noise and I startled me just a little bit, you know? Alright, maybe more than a little, but I just witnessed a murder. You can't blame a girl for getting jumpy.
Or sleepy for that matter, I guess.
Guess I got my heart shook and my head faint. Before I knew it, I was out like a light. By the time I came to, it was the next day, and there y'all were clanking down that ladder.
I see. So you were startled by a loud noise and fell unconscious. Suppose that means you don't know what happened after that.
Not per se, but, well, after the auction was over, all the masks were put back on the rack. So I reckon the guests were done finished up and filed out one by one like they was supposed to.
Nurse Needler, once the auction had restarted, what exactly were you doing?
I was pretending to be Miss Ringer and placing bets just as the ringleader wanted. I had some in the clothes box, as I'd been instructed. It had a dead body inside, after all. Imagine if somebody else had won it. Would have been in real trouble then.
So you had no idea that the victim had vacated the box in the meantime?
Oh, that's true.
No, not until we were back. We came back up so I could pay for it. That's when we noticed. The ringleader had told me to go look for her right away. Except I felt some other girl collapse on the foot of the ladder instead.
Okay.
Yes, she must have fallen from up the roof and knocked unconscious.
Yes, the victim must have left the hatch wide open, huh?
I mean, I don't think they're worried about closing, after themselves when they're like dying, but
That would explain it. Kay would have been so shocked by seeing Miss Ringer fall motionless right in front of her that she wouldn't have seen the open hatch and fallen right through it. That explains the noise that caused you to faint as well, Miss Hart. It was the sound of Kay crash landing onto the storeroom floor.
Yeah, I suppose. I can't believe something like that didn't knock me out for so long, though.
So in summary, by the time Miss Needler found Kay, you were already sound asleep behind the statue. I think you got a good grasp of what occurred up until this point now. Nurse Needler, if you would continue.
Sure, so I found Kay, and next I found Miss Ringer, and they put them both in the clothes box. Together, smushed. We put Kay with a dead body. We couldn't risk letting you out of the auction, guys. See, that would have caused them a real hullabaloo.
the most cursed body pillow of all time.
Ugh.
Sorry, I had to do it.
No warmth.
Oh yeah, ugh.
Was that your idea, or the ringleaders?
But putting the raincoat on Miss Ringer was my own idea.
Yeah, because of course the evil mastermind wouldn't care about a woman being just naked and dead at the same time. Like, pick a struggle.
So I tried to get rid of it before they find out what I had done.
I'd imagine they were none too pleased when it showed up as a surprise piece of evidence in this case.
And lastly, the ringleader and I put the auctioneer's outfit we prepared.
Of course, which completed the deception and made everyone think she was an auctioneer.
Oh, and all of the auction finished up and without anyone noticed, and that was that.
Now that we know the extent of your crimes, Nurse Needler, if you have anything further to share, I'd advise you do so immediately.
I wish I could tell you more, but I'm sorry, that's all I know. Except for one thing. It did seem a little strange, I guess. When I was buying Miss Ringer's clothes, I took everything I could, but I couldn't take her hair, obviously, so ow! You dang right you couldn't take her hair. What kind of medical professional are you?
Let's go.
That's where you draw the line. Taking her clothes was okay.
Her hair was totally different. The style, the length, everything. I kind of panicked. But the ringleader thought of everything, including wigs. 2 of them, in fact. There was a straight one and a wavy one. They were both stashed in the clothes box.
2 wigs, but why?
Right? I wondered that too. I thought maybe they were worried they might have changed up your style. Anyway, I took the straight one. That was the one that matched your hair all the day.
Leaving a wavy wig in the box.
That's Needler's statement. Needler's description of how she swapped plays with Rosie Ringer. Jotted down in my organizer.
And that's everything you know. Something else you're forgetting.
Huh? What? No, really, Grandma, that's everything.
I take it that you really have no idea who the ringleader might be.
Sorry, I only know that they were in charge at the auction. Didn't see them without their mask on. And they were pretty careful to keep their identity a secret from everyone.
Ugh, if I can't get something concrete on them.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Well, Miles, are we about done? You've proven that the nurse was part of the murder plot, but sadly for you, it doesn't change a whole lot. Because it does nothing to prove that Kay Faraday isn't the ringleader. What? and justice must prevail. You can't change the law, even for your sake.
Is this it? Am I not going to be able to save Kay?
Objection!
Ha ha
Oh
ha!
my god.
Franziska, what are you doing here?
As I told you before, Miles Edgeworth, where the case leads, I follow. Your dedication is an inspiration to us all.
But don't go. Oh, I'm so mad right now.
It's okay.
Don't go getting the wrong idea, little brother.
I'm older than you.
Shut up. Shut.
And taller than you for the...
Who has their prosecutor badge? Me, not you, fool. Shut up. I'm only here to deliver the truth regarding the suspect. I'm certainly not here to forgive you for abandoning the way of a prosecutor.
I understand that.
You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share.
Oh, Gumshoe.
In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information.
Detective Gumshoe did that.
He's like a dog, it's terrible. Prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth, for the final piece of the puzzle. Rosie Ringer's head wound was the first of the injuries she suffered, not the second.
I think this is the first Franziska's kind of dumb moment I think we've ever
It's not her
gotten.
fault. It was
It isn't her
Gumshoe.
fault, but it's like really anticlimactic. It's gonna be like, I already knew that. Oh, you know what's even funnier? This is Gumshoe's information.
That's what I was saying. This came from Gumshoe, so it's not her fault.
Oh, that's even. I thought it was like it's not her fault. She wouldn't have known that he already reached that conclusion.
No, it came from Gumshoe. So it makes total sense as to why it took it this long.
Well, someone say something!
Yeah, but it's also like, you know, kind of like her goof, because like, you know, she didn't like.
She was following the investigation, except she
Yeah.
was doing it with Gumshoe. So Gumshoe's aid is probably as good as no aid at all.
Yeah, but like Franziska's smart. She would be able to recognize. You know, I feel
She's
like she could
smart,
deduce
yeah.
that before Gumshoe finds the evidence, like Edgeworth did. But yeah.
True.
Anyway, did you read this on or am I dumb?
Yeah. I read it.
Yes, there's no easy way to say this, Franziska, but we already proved that ourselves.
You. What?
Yes, just a few minutes ago!
Well, why didn't you say so sooner?
You didn't exactly give us a chance!
I suppose you know but the murder weapon too.
No, not yet.
Good. Then listen up. I finally have the upper hand. Shut up. The victim was struck on the head with a blunt object bearing a circular surface.
Okay, the circular surface is fun. It's nice.
Yeah, it's so fun when you're not the one getting hit, is it? And the wounds to the chest were actually inflicted post-mortem.
I meant to say fine, but I just kind of went with it.
The circular surface!
Objection.
And you're certain of that, I assume? You're so above board.
Two trusted medical professionals reached the same conclusion independently. You couldn't ask for more.
That's what we call peer review, baby!
What do you take me for?
That's certainly good to know. Unfortunately, you're overstepping the bounds of...
Of what? I'm the prosecutor in charge of the Interpol's investigation to the underground auction.
Oh god, the perfect step on the boot moment. Get out of here, buddy.
And this murder occurred during that auction. It would be negligent not for me to pursue the leads pursuing the related parties,
You mix up the two words.
especially the victim.
Pursue and then pertaining.
Shh.
It's okay.
I said the same. I said it right.
My, you've really become the force to be reckoned with, haven't you, my dear?
Then all parties are in agreement. The victim died from a blow to the head.
Autopsy report. Death occurred as a result of a heavy blow to the head with a circular object. Chest wounds inflicted. Post-mortem. Updated my organizer.
Sadly, the murder weapon itself has yet to be identified.
I'm trying to think if there's something in our evidence that would match. She got hit with a box. Bow.
The other horn?
Is it really that small?
Well, I thought it was circular.
I mean, it is a circular object, but I'm assuming with like something with a circular surface area, but or surface, but instead of something that's like a circle rim or whatever.
Oh, what about the auctioneer's hammer?
That could be a good one, yeah. Oh yeah, because those are round.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I need to pee really bad now.
Go pee. Oh wait.
Yay!
That was honestly very funny. I don't think you ever got like a genuine Franziska dumb moment. Not like dumb. She's just like a little too late type deal. Yeah, I was gonna say like I didn't get to get it out of my mouth, but like if you're using the horn, like you'd have to, and it's like a circular wound. You'd have to strike directly downwards in order to make a circular wound. Otherwise, you'd be hitting the rim. Or you'd have to like strike with like the blunts, like the curved end. If that makes sense. Like you're kind of that, but even then that wouldn't be circular. That would be like cylindrical or like triangle shaped. But yeah, the Gavèlle's a good snipe. That kind of correct. They're kind of quacked. Me when I'm quacked. All right, you know what? This is my perfect chance. I can do my gacha game dailies now. Yes, I downloaded the game on my phone. Oh, it's gonna scream at me that it's made by 4 different companies. I get it. Just give me the loading screen. Haha. What? There's more data to download. God damn it. Persona. I set a reminder on my phone to remember to do the dailies every day. Can you just let me show the stupid title screen? Oh, time to do my dailies. I'm saving on my, what is it called? So to the people who weren't here for yesterday's stream, I started streaming a game that came out yesterday called Persona 5: The Phantom X, a mobile / PC gacha game that's available for free. I'm not sponsored or anything. Obviously not. I just like Persona a lot, and I like spreading Persona. And my idea is to try and do all the dailies, so I can have like a bunch of gacha pulls come the next stream, so we can just do a bunch of gambling. It's fun. I think what helps with me for gacha games is that I'm never like super attracted to like any specific character. I'm more like, I don't know, I like them all evenly. So like, I don't know, like I'm never like dying to, I gotta do the gacha so I can get the specific character, because I don't really care. Oh, good. Okay, my free gift. Yippee. Trying to spend money challenge, excuse me. How far are you with Pikmin 2? I feel like you asked this before, but I'm like halfway through the game. With Pikmin 2. That's why it's in my little backlog over here. I want to finish it eventually, but like, I don't know. I don't really like, I like Pikmin 1 a lot more just because like it's a lot more focused on like the overworld exploration. Pikmin 2 is a lot more centered around the caverns, which I don't find as fun. You're so me with game dailies. I don't like doing this shit. I just want to do it because it's going to make the stream content more fun. That's all. Oh. Anyway, gotcha games and their infinium amount of systems. My behated. All right, there you go. All right, no more gotcha game. No more gotcha game. I have 3 games to complete days. Why do you have? I don't know how people could play more than one of these like daily login games. These seem super annoying. I love doing dailies. Question mark. Truly a question mark moment. You have the NSO expansion? Yep. I have an NSO expansion pack. That's why I have what is it called? That's why I got the Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition. I probably wouldn't have gone my way to get it otherwise. The games that I play actually give me good stuff. Gacha game players tend to justify whether money sapping game is actually good. Why is that good in your backlog? You really can't complete it? Yeah, that's why it's not in my completed. That's why it's in the backlog. Because like it's a game. I started playing Minecraft. Like I guess like I'd say I'm completed with Minecraft when I beat the Ender Dragon. I've never done that before. But it's also like my backlog is more like games I should be playing. Right? Like Hades, like is a game you can technically play for forever. But I still got 1000%. Same with Slay the Spire. I've already beaten Persona 5 Royal, but I want to do New Game Plus. This is just like games I want to get to. That's the point of it. And these are all the games I play on stream. Or R4 stream, right? You got Uno, Clubhouse, Mario Kart World, all that jazz. And I just have this for like all this. I just like having my Switch 2 games separate. So if I'm ever dying to feel justified in my purchase, I can go to that folder. God, the mouse pad is so fun. Getting Metro Prime? Maybe. I've never been super attracted. Snooky? Mark is complete.
He licked me. Dude, okay, I'm wearing shorts, right? And like, I looked down earlier because I was gonna play with Binu, and I noticed. Remember yesterday when I was like showing my camera and I was playing with Binu, and Binu kept jumping onto my leg.
Oh, they scratch your leg?
There's so many scratches on my leg.
Dear
now.
Lord.
I bled apparently. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
I was wearing longer pants until this morning.
I'm sorry.
I like wearing my shirt.
They I love shorts. They're comfortable and easy to wear.
No, it's to wear
You
shorts
don't get the reference.
and then pants on top.
I'd never understand why you double layer like that.
Because it's comfortable.
Okay.
I can pretend to have ass.
Let's continue.
Yay!
I know you read this line, so we can keep going.
Based on the shape, I might have an idea or two.
But guys, I didn't turn on any other weapon during my investigation.
And yet, one need only think about the setting in an auctioneer's tools, and the answer should be obvious. The object with a circular surface is in an auction. We're obviously talking about
The auctioneer's hammer. A judge's hammer.
what would an auctioneer have readily at hand? An auctioneer's hammer, of course.
Well, we never found one of those.
If the auctioneer was indeed the killer, it does seem a little... does seem likely candid for the murder weapon. Without the evidence to support your theory, it remains nothing more than that.
I just want to say, I feel.
okay.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I feel like the sprite of like the guy reaching in and like messing with his back pocket is him trying to make sure the evidence is still there, or like there's a piece of evidence he's hiding in there.
Excelsius?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just say when you're senior.
Yeah. But you understood the guy.
I didn't notice him finishing with his pocket at all. Anyway.
Oh, I have just the evidence you need right here. This piece of evidence strongly suggests that the auctioneer's hammer was the murder weapon.
Give me a moment. I don't know why that would even come into play. I'm just trying to think. What indicates that it was a round? Wait, what? Oh wait, no, I know that part. What Sean suggests that it was a circular surface. Sire. Or sorry, the auctioneer's hammer was the murder weapon. Oh wait, duh. I've a lot of testimony. I forgot about this. Yeah.
Take that!
Miss Hart told us something very important about the auction after the murder occurred. She said the very prominent sound of the auctioneer's hammer could no longer be heard. Now, why would that be? I'll tell you why. It had just been used in a murder and was covered in the victim's blood. It would need to be disposed of. Isn't that right? Chairman Winner!
Did you?
I'll have our people look into this right away.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. You really are like a dog with a bone, aren't you, dear boy?
But if you can't dedicate yourself to a cause when you're young, when can you?
He's very confident we'll never find it.
The last person who was confident we couldn't find the Max Galactica statue was under his wheelchair, so I'm just saying it's on his persona.
Persona.
What the hell? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is your line.
Very well. Search for the murder weapon will be conducted. In the meantime, this court is in recess.
To be continued. Expected. Bum, 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 ba-da-ba. Alrighty, let's save you up. You want to keep going?
Do you?
I mean, I'm fine with continuing. I don't know if we'll finish. We could. Especially if you're willing to go over, we definitely could.
It's up to you.
I don't know.
I'm both a little sleepy, but you know, it's so good.
All right, let's keep it.
It's so good, but I'm so tired. I need your help. I can't decide.
I think I'm down to keep going. I just feel bad because it's likely that we'll probably go over or we'll stop in a weird spot.
Okay, then we can stop here. It's not like the worst place.
I want to keep going. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna
If you
guilt
want
trip
to
you
keep
into it.
going, we can keep going.
I
then.
said I want to keep going. That's what I said out loud.
But then you were like, "Oh, but it's gonna end up in a weird spot."
No, I said
So
that I'll feel bad because I'll probably want to go over, but you probably will be tired.
Oh
and then
yeah,
I'll-
no, I absolutely don't want to go over this time.
Okay. Then I think for the sake of keeping it nice and suspenseful and well paced and not stopped in a weird spot, we'll stop things
Yes.
here for today.
I'm sorry.
To my
It's a party
chagrin.
pooper. It
No,
feels
you're
like we
not a
did
party pooper.
nothing actually, but like at the same
We really
time,
spent this entire episode in this one room battling back and forth. And in the prison cell.
But it wasn't in a bad way because I'm used to like it's not like Alba levels of
Yeah.
battling in one room.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I feel so bad now.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
No,
anyway.
I feel terrible.
Nah, you're fine.
I need to get it for my own little video games.
I feel terrible. I feel terrible.
You're not terrible. You're not terrible. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's stream. If you guys did enjoy, drop a lick, a like. Don't lick the button down below. Guys, smash the like button with your tongue.
Oh.
If you enjoyed the Ace Attorney stream today,
Freak.
we're gonna be live again next week, same time.
With more Ace Attorney Investigations numero dos. We'll wrap up episode 4. Probably get started on episode 5. The final episode for this game. Oh my god. The light is slow. The light is just on the horizon.
I'm so sad.
Don't be sad. After this, we get a Apollo Justice game or Athena game.
Right, but we're probably not going to see like Edgeworth act like this. Like all the cool
Maybe we will.
characters never will shed light again because it's gonna be
Yeah.
back to like probably Phoenix, and I'm like, that's cool, but I want to look at other characters.
I know. I am sad that a lot of this game's cast is locked into this game because there's so many good characters here that I wish they could bring back. But ultimately, it's the curse of this being a spin-off title or a spin-off series.
I can imagine that they live happy and whatever.
Anyway, this game, this honestly, I dare say this collection has been peak. I know not a lot of people have fond opinions on the first game, but I think it's great. Anyway, not the point. I'll be live again on Sunday for some Splatoony Woonies. It'll be at a little later time because we have something special going on, but don't worry about that. Or do worry about it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm done
Worry.
talking. Goodbye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
I love